for that, but it appears as though from the way the players are lining up that it looks like North Adelaide might be kicking down to the southern end or the primary school end here at ACH Group Stadium. John, quickly, your thoughts on a victor?
Tigers by 2 or 3, but they're going to be right on their game here against the Roosters.
Yeah, for mine, I agree. I think Glenelg will just get over the line. We are playing today for the John Sandiland Cup. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail later. And the best on-ground player, or the most courageous player, is going to be awarded the Dean Higgins Medal, which will show the presentation post-game. But at the moment, men in the middle, Giles Lewis, David Sobrage and umpire Corey Bowen will get us underway. And it's David Sobrage who holds the ball aloft. Your first caller, John Nankiville.
Hanneth for the Bays. Big Harvey runs straight into him, won it down to Moore. He got a little give out. Campbell Coombe gave to Harvey and he plants the right foot kick inside 50. Bouncing ball, tracking back. Allen knocked down. The Bays run back. Good pressure there as Lant came up with it. Dispossessed. Agnew had it. He was wrapped up in the tackle though well by Minavini, and the ball will be thrown up. 30 out from North's goal. Hender claiming he was held. Curran got it up. Quick kick away from Snook. The Bays clear towards the middle. Craig battling hard. Pink jostled off it there by Ramsey. Chance again for the Roosters. Swars gave to Craig. Craig's kick towards half forward. And a good mark pouched here for the Roosters by Will Coombe. Wheels around. Awkward kick inside 50 may come off. Knocked down, no crummers in sight. Finlay there. Oh, Minavini came through from nowhere, picked it up and kicks the first goal for the Roosters. A minute into this contest, the Roosters by a goal.
Anytime with the SANFL Digital Pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
So the perfect start for North Adelaide, John. Lee Minavini, he just pickpocketed that ball out of the Tigers' defence and waltzed on into an open goal square.
Very underrated player, Lee. And that was an important start for the Roosters. They look good, breaking from the middle early, winning it back, going back inside 50. Good determination. Bays need to respond.
So we're back in the middle. Nice bounce from the umpire. We might just recall that, in fact, he does. Give him a wrap, and Giles Lewis there made his AFL debut earlier in the year when the Power hosted Fremantle. Get us back underway again. So the Ruckman go at it. Good work in there by Big Mitch Harvey. More could have been taken when out in possession. They now go inside 50 to Glenelg. The kick's a poor one, though, from Agnew. A forward tumbling punt. And it's intercepted nicely by Keenan Ramsey. He chips short. He puts his captain under a bit of pressure there in Spina. The hand pass then went astray. The Roosters' defence rattled early. McBean should pounce. He kicks around the corner. Can McBean answer with a goal? He does. The Tigers get there first. McBean gets his. And we lock scores away. One straight apiece.
Game live, anywhere, anytime, with a SANFL Digital Pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
Congratulations there to Liam McBean with goal number 150 in SANFL colours.
And we've seen, John, both sides getting a goal after a result of some forward line pressure and the turnovers defensively. And don't like to pinpoint individuals, but Keenan Ramsey coughed it up a couple of times.
Harvey stayed down, won it to Campbell Coombe, banged it on the boot, bouncing football. Lance got it, wrapped up in the tackle by his opposite number 30, Coombe. Swars in there. Don't get a clean touch. Bradley to Snook. High up and under kick back towards the members' wing. Knocked down by Rowdy Yates. The players pile in there. Perhaps a free kick. No. Play on the call. As last get up off the bottom of the pack there. The 2019 Magarey medalist Luke Partington. Hanneth won it down. Umpire's whistle is gone. North will take the free. Play on advantage. Moore puts them to the cusp of 50 where it's the goal kicker, Minavini, who comes up with the footy. So Minavini thinks about long, goes short, nice idea, but chipping in. The Glenelg skipper, the ever-reliable Chris Curran, saves the day for the Bays.
Yeah, isn't he a great leader? Of course, a premiership captain in 2009. His kick went astray. It was intercepted nicely on the spoil from Hilda on the mark, but it ricocheted back to his co-captain in Proud. He'll kick to half-back. Pink there for the Tigers. Gives it out now to Bradley, the former captain. And the Reynolds hand pass just went over the top, or tried to rather, and Minavini taps it over the line in front of a pretty healthy crowd here at ACH Group Stadium today, John.
Very nice crowd. Good to see them building in on the holiday Monday. They've get to the reserves in a moment. It was a thrilling end there, the reserves today, with North winning with a kick after the siren to end the Tigers' winning run.
Yeah, inflicted a first-up defeat as the ball escorted over the boundary line. So, yeah, it's right on cue there, John. North Adelaide 12-10-82 defeated Glenelg 11-14-80. Harrison Magor kicked the winning goal after the siren. So North record just their second win, but it was a fantastic comeback in a pretty high-standard reserves game, John.
It was a very good game to watch, and good depth in both these clubs.
So Hanneth and Harvey will jostle against each other. Hanneth front position one. The hit out down for Partington, the former West Coast Eagle. Just nudged over the line by the former Glenelg player there in Elliot Chalmers, and we'll have another boundary throw in. So right in front of the Glenelg club rooms. SANFL Digital Pass, an advertiser live stream, any round, anywhere, anytime. Check out sanfldigitalpass.com.au for more detail. So the two ruckmen resume hostilities. Harvey with front position. Chalmers goes to ground. And it's Partington with a quick kick to half forward. Good body positioning. And it's marked nicely by Keenan Ramsey. The former Crows rookie has the ball just backward of centre wing, broadcast side.
So Ramsey, a little unsure. He's going to go with the long kick towards half forward, where the pack is formed at 50. Knocked down off hands coming through. LeBoyce with the handball. Bays look to clear here through Newman. Punts it back towards this clubroom wing. Diving attempt by Pink. The umpires have found a free here. Yep, going the way of North Adelaide. Obviously, Pink didn't quite get there in time. And Ramsey will get the free for North Adelaide. Kicks them back to the edge of 50. Knocked down towards the boundary. The disciplined defensive fist there from Durden. And the ball out of bounds for a throw-in. Forward pocket for North Adelaide. Scores one straight 6 apiece. We've been going 5.5 minutes in this contest. It's wrestling in the ruck. Harvey won it down. Handball knocked down there by Agnew. Newman and Agnew flying the pressure on Coombe. That was the Campbell Coombe. And there'll be a further ball up just inside 50. Harvey won it down. Little pirouette from Coombe as he came through. Virgin against his former club. Took Hender, who's playing against his former club, high. And Hender will get the free kick. And he's about 30 out. Slight angle, 35 perhaps. And this should be bread and butter for Louis Hender.
Yeah, it is, John, and we know that Louis is a bit of a barometer for North Adelaide. He switched over from the Tigers where he played 30-odd games, the boy from Keith. And if he kicks this and gets up and about early, Louis is a confidence player and he's such an important cog in that Roosters forward line.
And on the mark about 35 out, slight angle. And they're kicking to this Southern or Glenelg Primary School end. Just drags away for a behind. North take the lead by that minor score. And Hender misses an early one.
So an opportunity gone begging there for the Roosters. Hender with 21 goals, 9 now on the season. And the kick out will be taken for Glenelg. Runs their full measure. Kicks goes towards the outer side, and a nice pair of hands out there. The mark paid there by Toby Pink. It's good to see him back in the SANFL. Spent some time over in Sydney, both with their NEFL team and on the Swans list. He's got a bit of a history against the North Adelaide Footy Club. Of course, won the famous under-18s premiership in 2016 with a kick after the siren. As the ball's now on centre wing on that outer side. First of the footy there for the Tigers. It looked to be Lant. He can't quite take it cleanly. Stacks on the mill. And umpire Lewis comes in and calls for a stoppage. Yeah, that famous game, John Michael Maney and I called that, where Pink's kick from 75 metres out landed about 20 metres out. North defenders everywhere. And it managed to get through for a minor score.
It's rolled through and was the winning behind.
Famous victory as the Tigers will go forward. Partington releases himself. The kick from 55. Luke Partington needs a favourable bounce, doesn't get it. And goal umpire Stephen Murphy signals a behind. So that is the Tigers' first minor score. They lock the scores away at 1-1-7 apiece. And in this opening term of the round 10 clash, we've gone about 10 minutes.
Ormond pointing skyward, runs out into the left back pocket. Drives North Adelaide out towards that outer wing. Durden fisting away from Finlay. Glenelg player went to ground off the ball. That was Curran. He'll get the free. And he can put Glenelg back towards 50. Pack forms. McBean caught a couple behind. Bailey and Wigg see it over. And there'll be a throw in right half forward for the Bays. around about 55 from their goal, kicking to the Northern or Jetty Road end. It's 1-1-7 apiece. Hanneth and Harvey, ground level, former West Adelaide player Turner. That was Brett Turner. Little quick kick inside 50. Wigg just banged it on the boot. Back towards half back. Ricochets down off hands. The Bay's back inside 50. Here's a chance for Gibson Turner. Was he scragged there by Ramsey? Play on the call. Yates burrowing it out in the direction there of Pig. I think North might just get away here. Chalmers to Wigg. Dangerous kick. Ormond taken high there, I think, by Gibson Turner, and Ormond will get the free in the right back pocket for North Adelaide.
Yeah, probably a little unlucky there, the Tigers. Gibson Turner clearly hung on to for mine. In the end, the free kick goes the way of the Roosters, and Ormond, the former Eagle, switches to that outer side. Left back pocket, it's with Craig. He'll kick down the line, looking for Finlay. Good work out there by the Tigers' defence. Player there in Durden gets a hand pass out, but it's a scrambly ball at ground level. Lots of players around there. Lant for the Tigers somehow just extricates it out of the contest. Turner, the former Blood, as John said, kicks inside 50. Pink does well. He's wrapped up immediately by Spina, the North Adelaide captain, former Crows rookie. And we'll have a ball up about 45 out from the Tigers' goal. They're kicking down to the Jetty Road or northern end. Follow-up work from the hit out there from McBean was good. Ball at ground level. And a North Adelaide player in Young taken in tackle by a couple of Tigers. One of them, Jack Yates, just slow to get back up off his feet, gives the ball back to the umpire. So still in the attacking 50 for Glenelg. Hit out from McBean, but it's only as far there as LeBoys. He'll kick into the middle of ACH Group Stadium. Martini went to ground, but was first back on the footy. Good contest in there from Hilda. Equally as good was the work there from Proud. And the umpire's going to ping him for holding the ball. Max dragged it in. He had one arm ping, so he couldn't really do a lot with it. And the co-captain of the Tigers is found to illegally not dispose of the footy. So the ball now with Hilda. He'll kick inside 50. The Breeze carrying it long. Durden with a disciplined spoil. Numbers should win out for Glenelg, but under some pressure there. Comes back in the direction of Moore. His snap kick towards goal. Misses everything. Out of bounds on the full and over into the new construction site. So it'll be a free kick, and it's going to be the way of the former West Coast Eagles listed player in Matt Allen, who'll relieve from defensive 50 for the Tigers, John.
Allen with a long left boot towards half back. It was long, but it was wide. It was out on the full, and North will get the relieving free kick down here through the agency of Hewitt. He's at right half forward. We're going to put the Roosters back inside 50. Knocked down at the back of the pack. No one can gather it cleanly. Tapping it forward. Merkovich, the boy from Port Fairy. Wait on the umpire. The whistle has gone.
Yeah, free kick to Durden for hanging on off the footy, John.
So we'll hold off on the celebrations for young Merkovich and Durden. A recent return from North Melbourne, former West Adelaide junior. Also performed well at under 18 level. Won a grand final here with the Bloods back in 2014.
On this very venue. We called that game.
He goes to Curran. Curran's kick sort of bounces past everyone. North Adelaide a chance here through LeBoyce. He goes back inside 50. A good, strong contest. Everyone looking at the umpire. What's he going to call? Curran and Merkovich. Umpire says, my ball.
Yeah, I thought Merkovich might have been a little unlucky not to have been awarded the mark. Umpire David Soberage called it for a ball up. So the ball's thrown up inside the attacking 50 for the Roosters. The quick kick came out of the contest from Snook and then ricocheted over the boundary line. So in front of the former Snouts Louts pocket, a bit of construction work happening there. Now we're having some women's change rooms put in, which is fantastic. Some upgrades done to ACH Group Stadium. I think the only thing they need also, John, is a digital time clock. I reckon they're the only SANFL ground in the comp that doesn't have one.
Agreed.
The old sundial here at ACH Group Stadium as Moore just tries to extricate himself through a couple of tackles from the Tigers, and the umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt and will call for another ball up.
A lot going on here at the Bay. As you said, Phil, and good to see the changes happening.
Absolutely. It's in good condition is this venue as the ball up spills back out in the LeBoys direction, goes one way then the other, makes Martini work on the mark. The kick comes inside, attacking 50 again to the hot spot. Good spoil from Proud. Still in play, escorted over the line there was Snook. Just got a little bit of attention from Hilda. And we'll have yet another boundary throw in. So right forward pocket at the southern end. 14 minutes gone in this first term. Scores Glenelg 1-1-7, North Adelaide 1-1-7. First place Tigers hosting the sixth place Roosters.
Yeah, been a very tight start as Hilda won it down in front. Snook will get the clearing kick out here towards half back. Good mark by Tanner Smith, the former Docker. He's got Spina in the middle. This way, then that gets it over the top to Wig. Wig looks up. Minavini's kick knocked down, looking for more. Will Coombe off the ground. Snook goalkeeper style. Got it back to Martini. Martini long kick to defensive 50. Flying high from behind and fisting for the line was Newman. And there'll be a throw in just inside the forward 50 arc for the Roosters.
One player back in the North Adelaide lineup today, John. He's missed a fair bit of footy through injury and played some reserves footy. There's a bit of aggression out there, and as I've said that, it's Robbie Young I speak of, and he's just put Matty Snook to ground and just brings a bit of X factor to the Roosters.
There's the ball at 50. Finding some room there was Hilda. Nice little kick found Merkovich. Robbie Young wants to fight everyone. Snook, Newman, he's just lining them up. So it's going to be the kick on goal for the Roosters. From just inside 50. It looks like Swars it is. And it's a very nice kick too as the Roosters go ahead with their second. No, I was right the first time, sorry, it's Merkovich. They go ahead with their second by 6 points.
Push on. Come on. Mo, bring it on. Ion 4 Hydration. Powerade.
So a first goal at SANFL League level from Port Fairy, you mentioned earlier in the call, John. A beautiful golf course. I've played a round of golf in Port Fairy, a nice part of the ocean there in Victoria, and a first up goal for Merkovic. A very impressive finish from tight on the boundary line. Yeah,
it was good work by North Adelaide getting it in there, and he finished very nicely. Well done to young Kane Merkovic.
So just his second game of league footy, gets his first goal. One for the memory bank as the Tigers will look to go forward. Couldn't quite take it cleanly there. Turner, Brett Variety. Scramble on at ground level. First time we've really mentioned Bailey. He's in there involved. Now the ball spills out in the Snook direction. Back to the aforementioned Turner. He just tried to chip around the corner. Could have been pushed in the back or taken high. Definitely taken high there for mine was Jared Ullman. Jack Yates, the infringer. So hotly contested footy. Ullman wants to move it on quickly. He's got a player flanking him on the centre wing, outer side. And it's the player out there for the Roosters in Tanner Smith. Now they'll go forward through Wig. The kick inside 50, Hender underneath the scoreboard, slides and just drops perhaps what he should have taken. A couple of former Tigers players there just give him a little bit what for, and Louis Hender sucked Sam Durden into that. Durden just went up to give him a little bit of attention, and Hender just did the old Joel Selwood drop to the knees, got himself a free kick. So right underneath the scoreboard. Sorry, Joel Selwood, I don't think you'll be listening in.
You are listening.
He's actually playing today, I think, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
As it's Hender underneath the scoreboard.
No, he played Thursday night.
Of course he did, for the Power, against the Power rather. Anyway, back at the SANFL, Lewis Hender, former Glenelg player as we said, crossed over back in 2019. The kick across the face just sneaks in for a minor score. So 2 behinds now on the day for Louis, who we said is a bit of a barometer. And 18 minutes gone in this first term. The Roosters go to 2-2-14, Glenelg 1-1-7.
As it's Virgin in the pink boots to bring the footy back into play. Former North Adelaide player, now premiership player with the Tigers, and he brings it in, and the Bays have it still deep in their defensive zone. Kick there was a nice one, knocked down, crumbed well by LeBoyce to Hewitt, back to LeBoyce, he goes off the ground. Bailey, handballs over the top looking for Snook, now some run from Agnew, tackled well, ball jarred free, it was Clisby with the tackle. Roosters still a chance, here's Merkovic. Fresh off his first goal. And North Adelaide take possession there on that outer wing as Smith loads up inside 50. Knocked down, off hands. Hender tackled again. And the umpire felt he was held. I think he milked that one a bit too. And the umpire will pay the free kick. See, Louis Hender can line up to put North Adelaide, if he's successful, up by 13 points.
He's already had somewhat of a sider, John. This kick a little bit further in and a little bit further out.
So Hender, as the umpire gets the brickbats from the crowd, that's a nice kick from Hender. This time he's nailed his first. North by 13 points.
Do you stay in or get out? Remain in your vehicle until help arrives. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
Yeah, good finish from Louis Hender, as we said. John had a bit of a cider, and as we talked about, he's such a barometer for the Glenelg, for the Roosters, rather, the former Glenelg player, and he kicked a really impressive goal.
Yeah, nailed it very nicely, and North just easing away, but now 13 points. About to hit time on in this first term.
So we're back in the middle. I think Harvey and Hanneth will go at it again. Probably just one out, the hit out there did Hanneth, but it's taken by Chalmers against his former club. Over the top there, Schwartz just sees the ball go inside 50. Martini first to it. The hand pass came out in the Bradley direction, and Martini got a bit of attention from Robbie Young. Play on advantage now through Curran. The kick to centre wing on that outer side. Hands and knees, it comes out to Snook. The hand pass came from a teammate there in Turner. Glenelg will again go inside, attacking 50. Turner there as well. Gibson variety, couldn't quite take it cleanly. Accidental ricochet off the boot for mine of Cameron Craig. And whilst Gibson Turner wants last possession free, an accidental kick over the line is just a boundary throw-in. So right half forward on that outer side at the northern end. The Tigers trailing by 13 points. Top of the table, undefeated Glenelg against sixth place North Adelaide. LeBoys clears from the stoppage. Hender's hands were clean. Tries to get around his good mate in Snook. And he's the best tackler in the competition for mine. And you won't get through the tackle there, and he didn't. And Matthew Snook, the Premiership player from 2019, and of course the Foss Williams medal as well. Kicks now, Jack Odie medalist rather, kicks inside 50. Turner sets himself at the back, goes to ground. Gibson Turner can crumb. Gibson Turner can kick, and Gibson Turner can goal. Answering goal to the Tigers. Gibson Turner with his first. Glenelg get their second, and it's 2-1-13. North 3-2-20.
How close is too close? Stay 10 metres away from downed power lines. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
.21 gone, first term. Goal to Gibson Turner brings the margin back to 7 points here at the Bay. As in the middle, Hanneth will go up against Harvey, the two big men.
Such an excitement machine, Gibson Turner, isn't he, John? He's a good pickup for the Bays. Previously played with SANFL, in the SANFL with West Adelaide, and of course some AFL with Richmond.
Exciting player, good to watch. Good to see him on the scorecard early. Aaron Young's kick was smothered. Edwards got a handball out. Loose footy back to Young. North inside 50 off hands. Durden brings it out wide, and the Bays a chance here through Bradley. Takes on Wigg, tight on the line. Did he keep it in? He did, as he drives it down towards half-back. Good spoil there for the Roosters by Spina. Campbell Coombe hooked out the handball. North Adelaide go back inside 50. And there'll be a free to the Bays. Deep in defence to Durden. He goes short. And the footy is still camped in that left back pocket as Lant brings the Tigers back towards half-back. Knocked down, close on the line and out of play. Throw in the result. Half forward right for North Adelaide. 24 gone first term. Hanneth and Harvey in the ruck. Ball spinning back in. Harvey won it down. Snoot to Bradley to Agnew. Umpire's whistle's gone. I think he thought Bradley might have thrown that once. Chalmers comes up with it at half forward. Kicks long inside 50. Off hands, taken by Hilda. Hooks it back nicely to the goal square. The pink-booted boys converge on it. Edwards got it. He handballs over the top to Virgin. Back to Edwards. Now the base to Partington at defensive 50. Should get some run on. He goes down the wing. Couple to choose from. That was Brett Turner to Snook. Snook's kick wide. Knocked down by Cam Craig. He goes to ground. Handballs backwards to Wigg. Wigg drives this one along the clubroom wing. Big pack form. Hender slapped it down from the side. Aaron Young kept it in. Handball went wide. Curran was good. And the Bays can perhaps go again. Brett Turner. This is off the handball to Edwards. Edwards' kick, bootlace level, made it hard there for Motlop. Players converge. Clisby's handball knocked down. Agnew gets a second opportunity. He's wrapped up in the tackle. And the ball up will result centre half forward for the Bays. They trail by 7. 25 gone first term.
Certainly a high intensity opening quarter of SANFL footy at the Round 10 Statewide Super League. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on the Advertiser live stream and the SANFL digital pass. Any round, anywhere, anytime. The Tigers will again go inside attacking 50. Numbers back for North. Spina dropped what he should have taken. Motlop, the former Rooster best and fairest player. Can't quite get a hand pass out. Spills back in his direction. He was sitting on his backside and the ball just ricocheted into his lap. The umpire Giles Lewis says it will be my ball. So in a dangerous spot here for the Roosters' defence. The Tigers would love another goal before quarter time. We've just ticked into the 25-minute marker. 7-point ball game in favour of the Roosters. Comes out in the Yates direction. His hand pass backwards to go forward. Off there to his teammate there in Lant. Off a step, he'll kick to the teeth of goal. Spoiled defensively there by the Roosters. Trying to keep it in play there was the former Port Magpies player in Luke Reynolds. And he sees it over the boundary line. Left forward pocket down at the Northern or Jetty Road end. So North 3-2-20. Glenelg 2-1-13. Phil Aspinall, John Nankerville, your commentary team this afternoon. Trust you're enjoying the coverage. The ball will be tossed back into play. McBean up against Harvey Mitchell. Mitch Harvey, rather. I've done that the first time today as the ball comes back to Edwards. Back now in the Lant direction. Got a hospital hand pass from a teammate there in Agnew. Now the Roosters will go quick on the counter-attack, but there's nothing inside attacking 50. No one home. Minavini with some closing speed, but first to the ball was Proud. He wouldn't be too proud of that kick. Puts his teammate Durden under some pressure. Back over the top to Proud. Needs a good bounce. He got it. Over the top again to Curran, and now from half-back, Glenelg should be able to get out of the trouble there. Yates with a kick. He was impacted as he got the ball to boot. The Roosters there force a turnover. Comes back to Hewitt, and they'll go to half-forward now, John, through the avenue of Hewitt.
Ball bounced over everyone's head, and the Bays come up with it. Proud to Virgin. Quick kick there. Bounced away from Allen. Taken by Agnew to Virgin. Now Bradley. Dishes off the handball. Finds Martini under pressure here. Inside defence of 50. Got it back there to Durden. High up and under kick towards half-back for the Bays. North Adelaide take possession through Swars. Glenelg fans not happy. Swars puts North inside 50. Nice penetrating kick and a very good mark down there in the forward pocket. Goes the way of Will Coombe. So North Adelaide leading by 7. A chance to put the margin back out to what was a game-high lead of 13 on the cusp of quarter time.
Normally a pretty good kick for goal, John. He's kicked the 9 goals, 3 this year. Bob's up with bags of 2 or 3 here and there, but he's going to open up the angle. Runs
around, left boot, keeps it low, too low. And taking the saving mark on the last line of defence was Lant for the Tigers. He's been called to play on, and he does so. Brings it back here towards half-back. McBean. Did he get a push in the back? No, play on the call. Merkovich to Harvey. Now Cameron Craig, a long way from his defensive home. Inside 50, Moore trapped it nicely. Hooked it back. That one's going to swing away. Out of bounds on the full. And the Tigers will take the free kick deep in defence through Proud.
So the co-captain, the boy from the Plimpton Bulldogs, chips short. Only just went the required 15, and it's marked there by Durden, former West Adelaide player. Played the 3 league games before an AFL career with the Kangaroos. Really managed a handful of senior games. It's now in the hands of Proud again. He'll kick long down the line, looking for Curran, one of the best markers in the game, and does so on this occasion. Takes another nice mark. So he's 55 from defensive goal. On that outer side here, we've ticked 28.5 minutes in this first term. Only be a couple of minutes of play left, you would suspect. The kick goes long down the line. Front position there, Smith couldn't mark it. Brings it to ground. Well done in there by Ullman, but he needs to be careful. He's dragged it underneath him. He's going to be pinged holding the ball here. So maybe a last roll of the dice for the Tigers through Yates, the former Brighton bomber. So Jack Yates, true centre wing on this outer side, here of ACH Group Stadium. Couple of steps and he'll kick it down the line. He needs a flyer. Reynolds at the back. Couldn't quite take it. He's going to claim the mark as the siren sounded, but it was clear that Cameron Craig got a fist on it to begin with. So quarter time here at ACH Group Stadium, and it's North Adelaide 3-2-20, Glenelg 2-1-13. And John Nankerville will get you to run through the goal kickers.
Yeah, thanks very much, Phil. For the away side, the Roosters, all singles. Starting off there with Lee Minovini, Kane Mirkovic's first goal in the SANFL, and Louis Hender has one as well. While for the Tigers, you're looking at from the budget perspective, the top player on the budget, Liam McBean, has one, and the
to mark the passing of Carl Finlay's grandfather. So condolences to the Finlay family, and the Roosters showing some respect there with the whole team wearing the black armband. So we're not too far away from the second term getting underway. Corey Bowen, a veteran SANFL umpire. He's done a bit of AFL as well. Just having to wait until all the crowd has dispersed from the oval. Always a bit of a backlog on that outer side where the small gate has to allow a bit of a rush of crowd. So every player in the 6-6-6 position. The umpire's about to hold the ball aloft and get us back underway. And your first caller in this second term is John Nankerville.
It'll be Harvey for the Roosters up against Hanneth, the former Bulldog. Young, that was Aaron Young, hands off to Wigg, who with his sixth possession goes searching inside 54 North. Finlay couldn't quite get it on the bounce, knocked away from him, and LeBoyce and Edwards, a couple of great young talents, see it over the line for a throw-in.
Just a quick score update from down there at Flinders University Stadium. Of course, Joel Cross's 200th, and the Panthers doing it comfortably. 3-5-23, leading Norwood 1 straight 6.
Harvey won it down in the ruck. Aaron Young got it up to Wigg. He hooks it back. Finlay there wrestling with Durden. Martini up and knocked over the line out of bounds, left forward pocket for the Roosters. They got the first centre break of the game, and they've started seemingly or similarly here in this second term, pushing inside 50.
Somewhat fittingly, Joel Cross kicked the first game of that goal down there at Noarlunga.
Well done to Joel Cross in game number 200 as Edwards got it out to Snook. Pinched by Swars, he's wrapped up. And the ball held in again. And there'll be another throw up. Deep inside 50 for North. They lead by 13. Wrestling in the ruck, Hilda and Hanneth. And yet again, the stoppage results. As the ruckman almost grabbing each other front on there. Swars had it. He's wrapped up, going nowhere. Ball up the result. 13 points North lead by. And the ball is camped early days in the second term inside their 50.
So the hit out comes down towards ground level. LeBoy's with a throwing kick at goal. The kick's coming back. It's a great start for the Roosters. Kim LeBoy's with the first. North Adelaide get their fourth.
Watch the base, play every game live, anywhere, anytime, with the SANFL Digital Pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
So LeBoyce puts the Roosters back out to that game-high 13-point lead.
I was just about to say, John, as well, North Adelaide are the top team in the SANFL for second quarter victories. They've won 8 second quarters and just lost 1. So they're off to a fast start. They've actually played the better footy so far in this contest. A 13-point lead at their advantage.
They've looked good, the Roosters, as Harvey wins it down. Campbell Coombe, little handball out past LeBoyce. Wrestling there with Edwards as they track towards this members wing. Boyce tries to hook it back to Wigg. It will come off in the end. Clisby getting involved. Now Edwards wrapped up in the tackle there by LeBoyce. And the ball up on this grandstand wing North by 13 points.
So the ball will be tossed back up in front of your digital pass and advertiser live stream commentary position. Phil Aspinall, John Nankerville with you as LeBoy's the goal kicker. Blazes away from the contest, kicks inside 50, but Proud like a big full forward takes the mark out in front on the lead. Speaking of big full forwards, John, I saw it's a bit of a cult hero for the Tigers. Former star full forward John Fidge in the crowd today. He's a big boy, and I mean muscular as well. As the kick from Proud down the line, centre wing broadcast side. The hit out there, or the spoil rather, came from McBean. It's still in play. I think a holding the ball free is going to be paid against the Tigers. And you'll hear in the background, the crowd aren't too happy about it. And Luke Partington's given up the free. Just a bit of a wrestle with LeBoy's. He's trying to get the footy back to his teammate. And that teammate is the reigning Magarey medalist in Campbell Coombe. He'll chip short and find the former captain in Mitch Clisby. So 3.5 gone in this second term. North Adelaide 4-2-26 lead the Tigers 2-1-13. Round 10 statewide Super League action. So the up and under kick there should sit nicely for Will Coombe. He marked uncontested. Breeze just holding it up slightly. So Coombe is going to kick to a one-on-one. Lant down there with Hender. Lant did well. Hender did also to follow up, but good teamwork in there from Martini for the Tigers. His hand pass went astray, and the North Adelaide player wrapped up immediately in a tackle was young Harrison Wigg, former Gold Coast Sun and Crows listed AFL player. So left half forward, down there at the northern end. The hand pass came out from Partington, went to Turner. Brett Variety was pinged for holding the ball. So the intensity has gone up a notch early days for the Roosters. The kick inside 50. Campbell Coombs kick partially smothered. Well done there by Snook. He'll kick to this broadcast side wing. Craig will let the ball just bounce over the boundary line. It'll be a free kick last possession going the way of North Adelaide, and it is through the former Jeps cross boy, Cameron Craig.
Craig finds LeBoyce, who spent some time with Carlton. Didn't get a senior AFL game. Played some good footy, though, in the VFL with the Northern Blues. He goes short to Spina, to Clisby, and back to Spina as North again penetrate their 50 from the side. Martini knocked it down only as far as Aaron Young. His kick smothered. Gets a second opportunity. Hooks it back to the top of the goal square. Hender waiting. Knocked away from him. Wigg did well. Handball back to Harvey. The big man off a step. High up and under kick. Good use of the body. Just a gentle touch there from Ormond on Gibson Turner, and he takes a nice mark, Jared Ormond, and will go back and line up for his first, North's fifth.
Yeah, what he did do as well, John, was just judge the flight of the ball better. Knew that the drop zone was going to be on his outside, and Gibson Turner just got caught up with the ball swirling in the air, and the former premiership player from the Eagles and the boy from Two Wells, Jared Ormond, lining up for his first.
5.5 gone second term. His kick is a good one from Ormond. North Adelaide looking good early days second term. They lead the contest by 19 points.
With a SANFL digital pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
So a great start for the Roosters, a game-high lead of 19 points, and Jared Ormond, as I said, a former premiership player at the Eagles, managed 143 games with Woodville West Torrens, has got himself off to a good start there, John.
Clever football from Ormond, as I said, read the flight well, used the body nicely, and finishes with his first.
Back in the middle. Hanneth again in the ruck there for the Tigers. Partington dispossessed, couldn't take it cleanly. Coming through and bustling his way there was Agnew. Gives it back to Hanneth, the big man from Angaston. Kicks to half forward. Yates was a little fumbly. Tackle was good from Spina. The crowd want a ball up, and they're going to get holding the ball, I think. No, it is a ball up. So Spina, very good captain, leads by example. Missed their flag in 2018 due to a broken collarbone. The hit out came down for the Roosters through Harvey. Off to Moore. The kick to half forward, bouncing favourably, and Martini in the end took a really good mark. Handball's back to a flat-footed Lant, but the former Essendon VFL player has a turn of dash, kicks towards forward 50. McBean creates a contest. Good spoil there from Craig. Now Smith, he'll chip over the top and find the goal kicker in Ullman. Mentioned it a couple of times, but has 10 other siblings, one of 11. So I'm not sure if they had TV reception out Two Wells way, John, back in the day. His parents quite finding themselves busy as the kick was well intercepted. A nice mark out there on centre wing on the outer side by Chris Curran. And the doctor, who spent a year flying down from Renmark, chips short, and he'll find a teammate there for the Tigers in Brodie Newman.
So Newman, big, tall, strapping lad, hails from the Wanderers, or originally with Werribee in the VFL, goes towards half forward, off hands. Chalmers got it back in the 1-2 from Smith. And now Wigg works it round.
Good kick.
And finds Minervini, who kicked the first goal of the game. He comes towards half-back, and some run for the Roosters through Robbie Young, who kicks towards Hewitt. The former Port Adelaide power player. He goes short and finds Ormond. Kicks inside 50, nearly the mark to Moore. Tight on the line, handball back towards Moore. Newman wraps him up, just takes him to ground strongly, and the ball up the result.
Dare I say it, John, but North Adelaide are playing a very Glenelg style of football. They're very aggressive at the contest. Their forward pressure is really resulting in some good turnovers, and they're playing the better footy at the moment.
Yeah, good pick up, and Bradley there taking over the line. They've got a bit of aggression about them. North know them as a free-flowing running side. They've got that today as well, but it's that hardness, that pressure which we've seen from the first bounce would please Coach Jacob Surgeon, as Hilda and Hanneth in the ruck. Hilda into the front position, wins this one down. Bradley at ground level. Little give came out towards Minervini. Quick kick, shut down by Proud. Swings it round. And Curran has it. Deep in defence for Glenelg. One of the cricket nets down there. Chips short and finds Martini. And Glenelg just looking to slowly work it out of the defence. There's not a lot of options here for Martini at the moment. In the end, a high up and under kick. Going to lob on that outer wing. Ramsey fisted it back. Campbell-Coombe put North inside 50. Wig read it nicely. His kick chopped off though, as again it's Curran getting in to save the day.
So Chris Curran leads by example. We'll come to this broadcast side wing. The kick's going to set a task for his teammate there in Turner. Couldn't quite take it. Numbers should win out for North Adelaide. The boys tried the fend off and dropped the footy, and Turner's pressure was good. It comes back out in the direction there of Virgin against his former club, taken in a tackle. Probably a little overzealous there from the former Eagle player there in Schwarz. Michael Virgin in the pink boots. Of course, his dad Lee, who's tragically lost his battle with cancer a couple of years ago, former president of North Adelaide. Michael doing great work with the Lee Virgin Foundation. As the ball's thrown back into play, neither ruckman touched it. It spills out the backs and run off half back now from the impressive looking Lant. Takes a bounce, runs his full measure. Off the left, puts it into some advantageous space there for the Tigers. First to the footy though, Craig did really well. In the AFL, that would be deliberate, but it's fisted over the line and we'll have a boundary throw in. And outnumbered 2-on-1, Cameron Craig, John, one of the most underrated defenders in the comp for mine.
Does the job every time, Craig. Very reliable player. That occasion kept his cool.
Just 26 years of age, already up to 124 games today. Been around for a while. Roosters certainly missed him last year in the finals. From the boundary throw-in, McBean takes it out of the ruck, throws it on the boot and misses to the right. So 1-1 for the former Richmond player Liam McBean, and the Tigers go to 2-2-14. They trail North Adelaide 5-2-32. 11 gone, second term.
So the Roosters to bring it back in through Almond. A long kick out towards half-back. And over everyone's head. I don't know if that was touched in the end. Must have been, because we'll see a throw-in. Left half forward for the Bays. Right half-back for North Adelaide. Southern end, primary school end of the Glenelg Oval. Umpire swings the footy back in. Hanneth and Harvey. Hanneth from behind. Moore went without it. Dives back in. Harvey got it out. Now Aaron Young away. Has a bounce. Young handball over the top. This is Robbie Young. Runs to half forward. Did he go too far? It's a wobbly old kick inside 50. I think he might have. And it's going to come back here to the Bays for a free. About 60 from their defensive goal. Looks like it will be Curran again to take the free for Glenelg.
He leads by example, John, and he leads on the stats sheet as well. 13 disposals now for the co-captain.
He's picked up a few in this second term. North have attacked a lot. He kicks long towards that outer wing. Nice mark, Hanneth. It's not looking to get things going as quick as they usually do, the Tigers. Here's a chance for Yates. Swings around onto that right boot. Back to 50 where Gibson Turner is lurking, but it's Ramsey who comes up with the footy for North Adelaide. And he goes to half back. And the Roosters take it through. Merkovich goes short to Clisby. Didn't take it. Gibson Turner's got it. Advantage paid the Tigers. Over the top looking for Motlop. He'll get it on the bounce. Motlop from 50 off a step. He'll almost kick this. He will kick this. Don't you worry about that. The Bays are still in this. Marlon Motlop with his first.
Got to sweat it out. Let the pressure out. Push on. Come on. Mo, bring it on. Ion 4 Hydration. Powerade.
Got to make the most of your opportunities, John, and that's exactly what the Glenelg Football Club did then. A rare error and a fumble from Mitch Clisby, and play on advantage the call, and Motlop, as you said, finished off nicely. Former Rooster player, 71 games for North Adelaide, and he's such a vital player for the Tigers forward line.
Got to spend time with Port Adelaide Power in the AFL, and whenever he gets the footy, you just know something's going to happen. That was a classic example.
Yeah, back in the alignment days, even played 3 games for West Adelaide, so he's actually at his third SANFL club as the ball has been thrown back up in the middle, and a shepherding freeze going the way of Mitch Harvey, former Power rookie. Hand pass wasn't the greatest, put his teammate Young under some pressure. Back now to Wig. In fact, Wiggett is indeed. Goes inside 50. The errant kick, though, chopped off and marked beautifully by Chris Curran. I sing his praises every week I see him, but he's one of the best intercept marks in the comp. Just reads the flight of the footy better than most. So Curran kicks down the line. Hanneth needs to create a contest, brings the ball down. It comes out the back. Craig there sees it ricochet in the Allman direction. He went to ground. An opening now for Yates. He's got an open 50. Motlop there needs a favourable bounce. It sits up for him. Can he get boots of ball? He can. Motlop mid-air hack. 2 in a minute for the Tigers. Motlop with his second.
Do you stay in or get out? Remain in your vehicle until help arrives. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
That was great from Motlop. Sorry, I jumped in there, mate, but that was a magic goal from Marlon Motlop. He just kept his cool, kept running back, kept going hard, and he was there to tap it through. Back-to-back goals to the Tigers. Suddenly, it's a one-goal ball game, and we're back in the middle.
Yeah, for all the attacking that North have done, the Tigers right back in it with a couple of quick goals.
And we've got Tanner Smith in the ruck there against Pink. Pink has just run down Moore magnificently, and you can feel the lift in the Tigers as Pink, the former Glenelg junior, comes up with the footy. He kicks it towards half forward, but it's Spina who comes in and calmly takes the ball for North Adelaide. Goes short to Merkovich. Looks a likely type to LeBoyce. Got it back towards Tanner Smith. Breaks free. LeBoyce again. Campbell Coombe linked nice with Clisby. His kick was partly smothered by Virgin, and out of play it will go. Base fans clapping, they're cheering, they're excited. And there's a throw in at half forward for the Roosters.
Yeah, Michael Virgin just hobbling off for the Tigers, clutching at the hamstring. I think might be cramped possibly, but he's not looking the most agile at the moment. Keep an eye on that.
16 gone, second term. Aaron Young dispossessing the tackle. Agnew got it up there to Brett Turner. Now Toby Pink off a step towards half forward. Knocked down from McBean. Bradley. Clisby shadowing him. And he's just a little bit too much attention. And Bradley wins the free. He goes inside 50, caught behind Allen. But he had the height advantage. Play on, hooks it back, and through for a behind. So it's a 5-point ball game here at the Bay. We've hit almost the 17-minute mark of this second term. And Glenelg, after North were looking very fine, the Bays are coming back at them hard.
And the pressure does amazing things, John, because we know pressure builds diamonds. But Mitch Clisby, I don't want to single him out. He's got the footy at the moment, but the 31-year-old's just looked a bit fumbly and bumbly these last few minutes as the kick out from the aforementioned Clisby. He's been intercepted nicely there from Proud. Grandpa Bob played a few games for the Roosters as a kick inside 50 again for the Tigers. Spoiled over the back. Should ricochet through for a minor score. It does. So the Tigers go to 4-4-28. North Adelaide 5-2-32. We've travelled 17 and a half minutes in this second term.
So Spina will bring it back into play for North Adelaide. He's clever to take his time. The Roosters looking for a bit of a respite to catch their breath. It was like the old days. We had to wait for the flags to stop waving. Spina brings it back into play. Out towards half-back. Pink spoils Smith. Crummer is Allen, the former West Coast Eagle. Over the top to Snook. Lant did well. Proud finishes nicely. And McBean, no, didn't quite hang on to it. Gibson Turner couldn't pick it up. Motlop came through. He's going to shove in the back. And the umpire has awarded Motlop the free. He'll line up for his third, all in this second quarter. And more importantly, if he's successful, the Bays hit the front.
Somewhat an evener up there, you might suggest, John. I think McBean probably stopped the flight of the ball. The umpire put his whistle to his mouth, but it was just knocked out at the last minute. But the result is, as you said, a free kick to the Tigers with Motlop, just doing up his shoelaces at the moment. But he's got 11 goals, 10 on the season now, including 2 in this term. And he's normally pretty good in front of goal. You could suspect he might have 3 in this second quarter.
Doing up the bootlace. Man on the mark, about 35 out. Motlop will kick probably from just inside 50. Well within range for this champion. There's about a minute off time on in the second term. Marlon Motlop for goal number 3 to his personal tally. Would be the 5th for the Tigers if he's accurate, and will put them in front. Unfortunately, he's dragged it to the left. 1 point the result, and it is now a 3-point ball game here at the Bay.
Commentator's curse. I almost wrote it down in the budget, but Motlop unable to convert. So Jared Allman will take the kick out now for North Adelaide. He'll go to that outer side, looking for a one-on-one, and a good pair of hands out there by Ramsey. Too strong for Partington. Two boys from the Eyre Peninsula. Ramsey from Port Lincoln. And just down the road, Partington from Tumby Bay. So the kick from Ramsey goes down the line. Proud front position, spoils it over into the crowd. I can spot through the binoculars Tony Simons out there. Son played in the reserves. Will be thrown in, a former Glenelg player. Seen plenty of former Tigers players here today, John. Paul Rouvray, one that comes to mind. John Fidge, as we said earlier. Ball thrown back into play. Pink front position. Could be a free going the way of North Adelaide. A little overzealous there, Brad Agnew. And Jared Allman, the recipient of the free, just backward of centre wing. And it will be a free kick to Allman. He's just going to pop up a little 9-iron. The breeze holding it up. Curran should get there first, and he does so. Chops off beautifully. Had a year off SANFL footy to do his internship as a doctor in Renmark. And he's back in the SANFL. His kick, though, straight down the throat of the player that kicked it to him in Allman. And a nice mark there from the former Eagle. It'll be Jared Allman from halfback for North Adelaide, John.
So Allman with the footy, been very good today for the Roosters as he swings it wide. Sets a task for Craig on this occasion. Cameron Craig up to it. Little kick put Clisby under pressure, though. Back to Craig. See the pressure starting to show a bit on North. They're not as clean as they were. They're still going, though, as Campbell Coombe gets them inside 50. Martini knocked it down. And out of play it goes. That northern end, the north-west pocket. Nice crowd here today at Glenelg. Watching two very fine teams doing battle. As Pink in the ruck, took it out of the ruck, wrapped up, going to get the handball out. Would have been holding the ball once upon a time here in the SANFL, but not on this occasion.
Yeah, one of the rule changes that has come into play.
Umpire Bowen twirls it skyward. Pink again. Wins it down only as far as Aaron Young, but he's tackled over the line by Curran. And the boundary throw-in will result. 21.5 gone, second term. Glenelg 4-5-29, trail the Roosters 5-2-32.
They haven't minded coming down here to ACH Group Stadium of late, the Roosters, John. They've won 4 of the last 5 against Glenelg at this venue.
As Pink slaps this one down. Bailey was good. Some run from Lant. Bradley. And through the middle, it's Reynolds. Haven't seen a lot of him today as he gets through centre half forward from 50. Haven't seen a lot of him, but he's just put the Bays in front.
How close is too close? Stay 10 metres away from downed power lines. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
So a good finish there from Reynolds. He had options aplenty going inside 50, including Motlop, but he decided to go all the way, ran to the arc of 50 and kicked his 22nd goal of the year. And as you said, John, Glenelg in front.
A couple of nice goals. Motlop and Reynolds on the run from 50. Very nice kicking for goal towards that southern end.
Yeah, Luke Reynolds, one of the best in the business, most accurate. He's in the top 3 now for the Ken Farmer medalers again. Glenelg will go forward through Brett Turner. Inside 50, the kick. Good spoil from Tanner Smith. Crumbing there. Motlop tries to spin out of the tackle. Well done there by the former Glenelg player in Chalmers. And some forward pressure good from Brett Hand's Tigers. And we'll have another ball up inside attacking 50. Cameron Craig getting up off the bottom of the pack. So front position. Ruck work good there from Mitch Harvey. Ball spills out in the direction there of Young. Just hacks it out of mid-air. And then could have been taken high for mine. Schwarz for the Roosters will receive the free kick. A little slow to get up as well. And 45 from defensive goal. It's going to look to go sideways. Glenelg's forward players have done well to press up on a zone, and the kick has gone astray. Out of bounds on the full. So that pressure again from Glenelg really coming to the fore. And it's going to be Toby Pink with the free kick. 2 kicks from goal. We've travelled 23.5 in this second term. Coming through, Reynolds flies. Couldn't quite bring it to ground. Ball spills out the back there, looking for Clisby. Could have been taken when not in possession. Also wrapped up in a tackle, Hewitt, by his opposing number 22 in Allen. But Reynolds doesn't mind throwing himself at the pack, does he, John?
No, he's a talented player. He really is.
Pretty handy cricketer in the off-season as well. As we've had a whistle blown off the footy, and it's actually going to be a free kick going the way of the aforementioned Allen. Didn't quite see what went on, but just out of the corner of the binoculars, I saw Allen go to ground. So the resulting free kick is going to go the way, as John said, to the former West Coast Eagles player in Matty Allen.
There's a thing about the Bays. They've got players like Reynolds. Haven't seen a lot of him, but he just bobs up, kicks a goal, has an impact, and all of a sudden, Allen lining up for goal here. If he kicks it on the cusp of half-time, they're out to a 9-point lead it will be.
So the former West Coast player, 4 years in the AFL, unable to crack a senior game. The boy from Mount Gambier. Kicks from 35. High kick, straight kick. It's a goal to the Tigers. Allen gets his first. Glenelg get their sixth, and they go to 6-5-41. North Adelaide 5-2-32. And the Roosters look good early days, even in this second term, but Glenelg have had most of the running in the back half of this quarter, John.
Yeah, 4-2 in this second term. And the Tigers just showing us why they are top of the table and undefeated. They are a quality outfit. Ball back in the corner of the Roosters and their coach, Jacob Surgeon. Interesting to see what he has to say to them at the main break. But the Tigers have certainly come out roaring in this second quarter. And at the moment, they look like they might be taking a lead into the half-time break. As back in the middle, Mitch Harvey versus Hanneth. Harvey comes running at Hanneth, wins this one down. Snook, handballs over the top to Bradley as the old guard combining. Bradley's kicked to 50. Allen knocked away from him. Yates slung off the footy when he didn't have it. Spina knew too. It was funny.
Yeah.
You could see that look of resignation as he saw the umpire running in. He just threw Rowdy Yates to the side, and he will line up now for his first for the afternoon.
You would suspect distance shouldn't be an issue for him, John. Alex Spina standing the mark that's at about 48, but we all know that these 50-metre arcs here are only about 48 metres. So Yates should only need to kick it about 50, but he's got the breeze over his shoulder.
And former Glenelg Magarey medalist Brett Backwell assures us that's the case. So, as is, Yates will kick from probably about 50, and he's kicked it very, very nicely. Jack Yates has his first, and the Tigers skip out to a 15-point lead. We've gone 26 and a half minutes in this second term, and they've now kicked 5-2 in this quarter, the Tigers. And then one stage they were down by as much as 20 points, but they've edged it back, and they've now certainly not got a match-winning lead, but a very nice lead going into half-time.
Yeah, the Roosters' last goal, John, was at the 5 3/4 minute mark to Jared Allman. It's been all Glenelg since, all the forward forays, all the scores. And as you said, kicking those 5 goals in this second term, dominating the contest at the moment. So by Bowen, back in the middle. Big Hanneth against Mitch Harvey, rather. And it does well to intercept there. Gets a kick towards half forward, the former Blackfriars footballer. And it will be a free kick coming back to the aforementioned Mitch Harvey. And in the cricket wicket area of ACH Group Stadium here at Glenelg, he'll go back inside attacking 50. Needs a contest from Finlay, did well. His crumbing was good from Edwards, back in the team today. Back there to Proud. The kick just comes off the side of the boot and over the boundary line. Allen couldn't quite rein it in for the Tigers. So last possession free kick going to the boy from Marble Range, Keenan Ramsey. Played 36 games with the SANFL Crows as a rookie for a couple of seasons. He'll chip short and find Merkovic in just his second SANFL game. Comes over from the Hampden League over in Victoria. Inside 50. Curran dropped what he could have taken. Finlay sees the ball over the boundary line in the cricket net area here. Right forward pocket. The northeastern corner of ACH Group Stadium. The ball's going to be tossed back into play. Nearing half time here on the round 10 SANFL Statewide Super League Digital Pass and Advertiser live stream. Remember, any round, anywhere, anytime. SANFLDigitalPass.com.au as Hanneth will clear from the kick out. A spiral punt goes towards the outer side. Trapped nicely there by Harvey. Hand pass over the top looking for the boys. And can't keep it in play. Another boundary throw in will ensue. 28 and a half gone. As John Nankerville said, 15-point lead for the Tigers. The ball will be tossed back into play. Hanneth front position, won it down to the voice, but it was taken there by Chalmers. He'll kick inside 50, a chance there for the Roosters. Durden gets a fist of sorts. It comes in the Will Coombe direction. Gives it back to Finlay, goes to ground. The hand pass came out from Schwartz. The kick around the corner from Merkovic and has just snuck it in for a minor score. So the Roosters go to 5-3-33, Glenelg 7-5-47. We've travelled 29 minutes in this second term.
So Lant, who's joined the Tigers this year after spending time with Essendon and St Mary's in the NTFL, looks a likely type. Brings it out towards half-back. Harvey knocks it down, and out of play it goes in front of the Roosters interchange bench.
Great top-end team, St Mary's, aren't they? They were a dominant force in the NTFL for many a year.
I was always a Waratahs man. No, St Mary's, Waratahs, the Wanderers, there's some great teams. As it's one down by Hanneth. Chalmers playing against his former club, goes off the ground. Swars, puts the Roosters inside 50. Ball cleared Durden's head, knocked down by Proud. Finlay right there with him. And taken over the line is Campbell Coombe. And there'll be a throw-in. As Tigers wouldn't want to see North get a late goal. Ruin some of the good work they've done, working their way back to this 14-point lead as Hanneth rucks and roves. Brings it back towards the wing. Harvey, the big man, sets himself. Never looked like not taking that mark. And Mitch Harvey puts North back inside 50. Flying high, Curran. Couldn't take it. Lance kick spoiled. Wilcoombe hooks to the top of the goal square. Unable to take the mark was Young. LeBoyce lurking. Umpire says we'll ball this one up top of the goal square for the Roosters.
Suspect only seconds left, John.
We've gone over 30 minutes as it's fisted down towards the boundary and out of play. So the Tigers, after trailing by 13 points at quarter time, they now lead by 14 points at half time. As Finlay wins it down, Hender, little gives, there's the siren. So at half-time, it is the Tigers, 7-5-47 North, 5-3-33 is the scoreline. There's actually a 7-point lead to North at quarter time. Glenelg now by 14 at the major break. Phil Aspinall has all your goal kickers.
For the Tigers, 2 there to Marlon Motlop, singles apiece to Liam McBean, Luke Reynolds, Matthew Allen, Jack Yates and Gibson Turner. While for the Roosters, all singles to Jared Allman, Kim LeBoys, Louis Hender, Lee Minavini and Kane Merkovich. Seen him live, he has had 12 disposals. Bradley and Edwards with 9 apiece, as has Brett Turner. While for North Adelaide, Kim LeBoys lead the way with 14 disposals, a goal. Jared Allman 13 disposals and a goal. Campbell Coombe 13, Harry Wigg with 12, Elliot Chalmers with 10. As the third term not far away, players just getting to their final positions. Entertaining second half coming up on the SANFL Digital Pass and Advertiser live stream. We trust you're enjoying our coverage. Don't forget, any round, anywhere, anytime, sanfldigitalpass.com.au. Your first caller to get us underway in this third term is John Nankiville.
So Hanneth and Harvey in the ruck for their respective sides. Have done the bulk of the ruck work, these two. Harvey slapped it down more. Ground level, just shoveled that one out. Comes towards Edwards and Lant. Awkward sort of kick. Might come off. It bounces away from Curran. It won't come off for the Bays, but it will come off for Campbell Coombe of the Roosters, who kicks them down towards Hilda. He was pulled out of that one. Hender working hard. Proud's wrapped him up in the tackle. And the umpire says we'll ball it up deep inside the forward 50 for North Adelaide. Little wind down by Hilda. Curran got a handball out. Newman Swars there at ground level, and in the end goes over the line. So the Bays by 14 points at the half-time break, after trailing by 7 at quarter time. Ball spins back in. Hanneth won it down. Campbell Coombe got it out there towards LeBoyce. Little kick back. Hender couldn't handle it. Snook to Lant. Glenelg with the clearing kick towards half-back. Off hands, out of... Actually, it wasn't off hands, it was out on the full. So Cam Craig will take the relieving free kick. We've been going just over a minute in this third quarter. Bays by 14 points.
Just had to retrieve the ball from the crowd. So Cameron Craig, pretty good cricketer in his day, Adelaide High School days. The kick goes inside 50. Good spoil from Proud. Comes out in the direction there for the Tigers in Bailey. Has had a quiet day by his standards. The handball back inside 50. Will Coombe in the box seat. Lines up the big sticks. Kicks towards goal and has snuck it in. Coombe with the first goal for the Roosters of the third term.
Watch
Will
the
Variety.
Braves play every game live, anywhere, anytime, with the SANFL Digital Pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
So back in the middle, North Adelaide with the perfect start to this second half. Will Coombe gets his first, brings the margin back to 8.
Just looking at the third quarters respectively over the season, John. Glenelg 8-1 with third quarters won and lost. North Adelaide have only won 4 out of their 9, so a good start for them, all things considered.
As Harvey rucks and roves, didn't get far with the kick. Brett Turner almost headed that one in the end towards Snook. Umpire's whistle is gone, and it's going the way of Snook at the bottom of the pack. Very industrious midfielder, as Phil said earlier in the call, the winner of the 2019 Jack Oatey medal.
A couple of best and fairest here at the Bay as well.
Goes inside 50. Oh, great mark, Ramsey. McBean was caught too deep, and Ramsey very good with the grab. Chips it out wide. Got Ormond, who's been close to North's best in the first half. Works it round the outer wing, knocked away from Finlay. Ormond in there again, shoveled at the handball. Smith got it from Hewitt, banged it on the boot. Nice take there from Agnew. Glenelg attacking inside 50, and McBean too tall, too strong for Craig on that occasion. He'll line up for his second.
Great attack on the footy there from the Glenelg player in Agnew. Just hit the footy at full pace, picked it up cleanly, and then lowered the eyes, kick inside 50, found McBean. And he had a year off himself, did McBean and Agnew, travelling overseas. They're welcome additions back in the Tigers lineup, and lining up for his second goal is McBean.
So McBean to put the margin back to 14 points and reply to the early goal from North Adelaide. From 45 out, straight in front. McBean's nailed it. He's got his second. Tigers back out to a 14-point lead.
Play every game live, anywhere, anytime, with a SANFL Digital Pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au. Watch the Roosters play every game live, anywhere, anytime, with a SANFL Digital Pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
McBean kicks his 24th goal on the season, John, and extends his lead at the top of the Ken Farmer medal race. But he's such an important player for the Tigers. We know he can go in the ruck, but he's also such a handy player in attack for them.
And that was an important goal, stopping the early run from North in the second half.
He's no stranger to winning goal-kicking awards. Won a Frosty Miller medal, which is the leading goal kicker in the VFL comp, and played 5 AFL games for the Tigers of Richmond back between 2013 and 16. As we're back underway, it should be a Glenelg free kick for holding the ball. The advantage went to Snook. The umpire was going to call it back. The hand pass spilled out of the contest. Will Coombe takes it. Gives it now off to his teammate in LeBoy's. Inside 50 with a nice kick. Hilda couldn't take it. Wants a free for the arms being chopped. Nothing doing with a spoil from Proud. It goes over the boundary line. And it will be thrown back in the right forward pocket down there at the southwestern end. Tucked in the corner there. The Snouts Louts, there's a smattering of them. Hello to Joel Bayliss, a former Snouts Louts member who can't quite get to all the games, but is tuning in on the digital pass. And a free kick has been found in the ruck contest, an infringement against Hanneth, who's not too happy. Takes the mouthguard out and has a chat to the umpire. Had a chat to his parents, John and Heather Hanneth. Jack's enjoying his time at Glenelg after crossing over from Central Districts a couple of years ago, but it is now Dyson Hilda with the free. And he's been a revelation, John, in attack for the Roosters. He's kicked plenty of goals most weeks for North Adelaide.
Yeah, very handy player, very underrated player. Hilda can play both up forward, down back and in the ruck.
So the boy from Walkerville, toe pokes at it. The Breeze needs to work it back. Didn't kick through the ball. And a minor score results. North Adelaide 6-4-40. Glenelg 8-5-53. And we've travelled 5 3/4 minutes in this third term.
So Durden come out here towards this clubroom side of the wing. Big fly Newman knocked it down and out of play. Be a boundary throw in right half forward for North Adelaide.
Pretty good strike rate, Hilda. He should have done better than that, John. He kicked 15 goals 4 prior, and probably opportunity gone begging.
Harvey and Hanneth wrestling in the ruck. It looked like Harvey was trying the Heinlich manoeuvre there on Hanneth. As it is, it's a free kick at half forward to Coombe. That's Will Coombe for North Adelaide. As Will Coombe, eyes up, gazing inside 50. High left foot kick. Going to lob about 20 from goal. Durden had his name on it. Off hands, Proud. Handball's there towards Brett Turner. Wrapped up in the tackle. Swars at ground level. And there'll be a ball up.
Just noticed on the boundary line as well, John, former Rooster player Michael Virgin's got the tracksuit on, so I suspect he's done for the day. Looked like he might have strained the hamstring.
We did see him leave in that second term, clutching the hamstring as Newman gets it out to Edwards. Agnew pushed off it, Proud. Hooks it back round the corner. Yates kicked a nice goal in the second term to Partington. Now Brett Turner. Big Hanneth at half back. Ramsey met it strongly for the Roosters, and here they go. Long kick inside 50, and it was a nice kick. And he spots up and finds the ever-dangerous Louis Hender.
Yeah, it could be a costly turnover from Big Jack Hanneth, the former Freo and Central District's ruckman. He had Gibson Turner out the back in space, but he tried to lower the pass. Good intercept from the Roosters, and now lining up for goal is the former Tiger in Lewis Hender.
So Hender within range. He's kicked one today. This to bring the margin back to 7 points. Crowd certainly letting him know how they feel, and they'll enjoy that. 1 goal 3, I think it is today for Hender. And the margin now to an even 12 points. Glenelg 8-5, North 6-5. As we've gone almost 9 minutes in this third term. Your caller is Phil Aspinall.
So Sam Durden will take the kick-out duties. A little indecisive. Former Kangaroos listed player, managed 21 AFL games. He's going to go to that outer side. Bodywork was good out there from Hanneth. Got a spoil on it, but it ricocheted back in the Mitch Harvey direction. Hard up against the line. Wig on the left boot, goes back inside 50, but overshoots the mark. It ricochets us out into the crowd, and will be a free kick to Max Proud. So 9 minutes gone in the third term. SANFL digital pass and advertiser live stream. I trust you've enjoyed the coverage so far. Check out digitalpass.com.au for more info. As Proud chips short and finds Edwards. Spent most of the year in the reserves. Had a couple of years in the VFL with Werribee. And of course is the son of Tyson, Adelaide Crows champion. So Edwards kicks to that outer side. Good positioning from Pink, and he'll take the mark uncontested in the end. The boy from Tantalula. Kick long down the line, looking for a contest. Flying there was Allen, brings it to ground. Yates crumbing, LeBoy's in there as well. Applies a good tackle. Ball spills out in the Motlop direction. Just a deft little tap to the advantage of a teammate who was wrapped up immediately in a tackle. That teammate was Liam McBean.
Tantalula. That's like a planet on Star Wars.
I think it's down in the southeast, Mount Gambier way. As Turner, Brett Variety, handballs out of the contest to Motlop. He's been pinged for a throw. And it will be a free against Marlon Motlop. It'll go to Keenan Ramsey. He'll come to this broadcast side. A dangerous kick, set a task for the boys, but Matt Allen did well to intercept. And 2 kicks from goal. The rangy left footer. Kicks now inside 50. He's got a teammate in some space. Pink can take the mark. Second grab. He'll be paid the mark in the end. It could have been a free, but in the left forward pocket, about 35 out on a slight angle. Toby Pink, John, lining up for goal.
Young Pink. Only 22 years of age, bigger than he looks at 195 centimetres, playing his 10th SANFL game. Of course, spent time with the Sydney Swans, the Glenelg Junior, an under-18 premiership player. And this is an important kick for him, an important kick for the Bays, just to push them out to a 3-goal lead.
Played his college footy at Ross Trevor, played 47 NEFL games for the Swans. Pink starts it with a wobble, it comes back in, it's a goal to the Tigers. Pink gets his first, Glenelg get their 9th.
What a day. Gotta sweat it out. Let the pressure out. Push on. Come on. Mo, bring it on. Ion 4 Hydration. Powerade.
So back in the middle, Tigers by 3 goals. Got 11 minutes in this third term. North led by 7 points at quarter time. Tigers by 14 points at half time. This is their biggest lead of the game. The rucks crash into each other. Harvey won it down. Swars felt he was held without it. The umpire tended to agree.
South back in front, down the road at Noarlunga, John.
It's Chalmers, pardon me, as he goes short and finds Moore at 50 for North Adelaide. He's back very confidently as Andrew Moore, former Port Adelaide power player, Richmond power player. Played premiership, I think I'm right in saying, with Werribee in the VFL.
Box Hill.
Box Hill, pardon me.
He was their captain.
So Moore from centre half forward. Kicks it very nicely, just away to the right in the end and through for a behind. So margin to 17 points in favour of the Bays. This game of a lot of twists and turns to go, you feel.
Definitely. It's been an entertaining contest. A great advert for SANFL footy as Lamp will take the kick out for the Tigers. He'll come to this broadcast side. Spills out the back first to it. Minavini tries to duck out of the tackle. Great tackle from Allen. It should be rewarded. No, the umpire says play on. Now Allen has the ball come back underneath him. It'd be a travesty if he was pinged holding the ball. A hand pass came out in the end. It was deemed to not be legal. And Alex Spina, the captain of the Roosters, has given up the free. It'll go the way of Brett Turner. As John mentioned earlier, played in a premiership for Westies in the under-18s at this very venue on a Friday night against the Eagles. Sam Durden played for Westies as well. And Hanneth has the footy now. Centre wing broadcast side. The big man didn't quite get back off the mark. It ricocheted into the hands there of Minavini. It comes now to Will Coombe. He'll go in towards 50. Hender jumped early and he'll give away a free kick. So the Bronx cheers there from the Glenelg fans, and the aforementioned Sam Durden takes it, kicks short, and a good pair of hands from Lant. He's been very impressive today. The hand pass off now to the former captain in Andrew Bradley. The boy from Kaibi Bowlight gives it there to the now co-captain in Chris Curran. He'll kick inside 50, and a letdown, the kick a poor one, chopped off by Smith for the Roosters. He'll kick laterally. He'll find his teammate there now in Hewitt, and the Roosters are away through the player in Aaron Young.
So Young, Aaron Young, the former Port Adelaide power player, spent time with the Gold Coast Suns as well, brings North Adelaide towards this members wing side, off hands, out of play, and there'll be a throw in right in front of the Glenelg interchange bench down there. Headsets are the go as Snoot comes back into the action. Gibson Turner waiting to also join the fray. One down by Harvey. Young sort of needed out there. Bradley couldn't pick it up. Snoot could to Hanneth. His kick was smothered. Opens the door for Minavini. He scored the first goal of the game. Gets it to Swars. Fires it out. And now Orban still working hard for the Roosters inside 50. Nice Mark Agnew. He and Curran always seem to be saving the day for the Tigers, as does this fellow Bradley at defensive 50 to Allen at half back. He goes searching to centre half forward. Another turnover and Ormond in the way. Chips over the top to Spina. Spina to the outer wing. Merkovich knocked away from him. Edwards. Handball comes out. Bradley at half back. Little chip kick. Snook to Curran, to Agnew. All the old guard getting involved there as Agnew took on the tackler, got a handball out into open space. Big Harvey flicked it up to Aaron Young, to LeBoyce. Clever little knock on to Minavini. Allen again, good with the tackling for the Bays. But here goes Gibson Turner. He finds Reynolds, who kicked a wonderful goal on the run from 50 for the Tigers in the second term. He goes searching for McBean, his partner in crime. It goes over his head. Umpire's whistle's gone. It's a free kick for Big Liam. Motlop wants to take the advantage. The umpire says no, bring it back. Darcy Bailey standing on the goal line, looking like a kid who's been told he has to come in from the playground. Very disappointed.
Yeah, and a fair bit happening off the ball as well with Gibson Turner and the North Adelaide player and Andrew Moore. But the ball, as you said, John, resulting in the hands of Liam McBean, lining up for goal number 3.
So McBean lining up, as Phil said, for number 3 for him for the day. If he's successful, he puts the margin out to a game-high lead of 23 points for the Tigers. Liam McBean, important kick in the context of this match, and he has kicked it beautifully. The Tigers by 23. McBean has 3 goals. Glenelg are looking good, but they're not home yet.
Do you stay in or get out? Remain in your vehicle until help arrives. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
Yeah, it's been an arm wrestle today, John, but the Tigers have just had North Adelaide at arm's reach for most of the day. North off to a good start, no doubt, but Glenelg is certainly playing the better footy in the latter parts of this contest.
No, the Tigers showing why they're the top team in the SANFL. North Adelaide hanging in there. Another couple of goals, though, to Glenelg would make it very difficult for the Roosters coming home in the final quarter.
So back in the middle, the ruckman will face off against each other. Mitch Harvey for North. Pink's gone in there for the Tigers and athletically gets a hit out. Snook tries to thread the hand pass through. Got it there. Back to Bradley. Now to Pink. Motlop puts the afterburners on. He can run his full measure. Motlop kicks towards goal, but the ball drifts across. Through for a minor score. Glenelg 10-6-66. North Adelaide 6-6-42. 17 and a half minutes gone in this third term.
So Spina will bring the footy back in for his side. He's got Clisby in short if he wants him. Goes in that direction. Clisby comes towards halfback where Allman takes the mark for the Roosters. Wants to get things moving along. He's going to kick it long towards half forward. One-on-one contest. Hilda knocked it down. Merkovich, who looks impressive inside 50. One-on-one Young and Martini. But it was Martini marking well there against Aaron Young. He sends it out wide. LeBoyce affected the spoil, but Pink was up for it. Goes short. And now Yates has it at right half back as Glenelg work it down the outer wing. Umpire's whistle is gone.
Yeah, behind play, John. Kim LeBoyce, I think, unfortunately, he's had a horrific knee injury. He just landed awkwardly. I think I saw the knee jar, and he's in a world of pain. The stretcher being called for Kim LeBoyce.
Meanwhile, North Adelaide working it round. As Allman got it from Clisby. Might have to stop the game if they get it up in that area. Play can continue at the moment as the kick searching there for Hilda. Pressured all the way by Proud. And there'll be a ball up. 55 out from the goal of the North Adelaide side. LeBoyce is down there just outside 50 on the other flank.
Yeah, clutching at the left knee, John. It does not look good at all for young Kim LeBoyce, who had his injury concerns in recent times, but still in the hands of the trainer.
As Campbell Coombs kick back into play, knocked out of bounds, throw in here at the Bay. And Tigers, as we've gone 19... here at the Bay, the Tigers, we've gone 19 minutes in this third quarter. They lead by 24 points, exactly 4 goals. Minavini from the restart. Almost got Hinder in the face there. Swars did well, got it up to Minavini. More off a step. Back towards the goals. Finlay crashes into Proud on the goal line. They go over for a rush point. I think it's a free or a mark to Proud. Take your pick. He's got it on that defensive goal line.
Yeah, I think Max Proud getting front on contact, but now that the ball is in a similar area, defensive 50 there for the Tigers, and Kim LeBoy up on his feet in the hands of the trainers, but will certainly come off, and the umpire's just using some common sense to keep play
good move
at a standstill for the time being. So a score update from down at Noarlunga at Flinders University Stadium, and Norwood have taken the lead. 7-7-49 the Redlegs, South Adelaide 6-10. So inaccuracy from the Roosters, from the Panthers rather, in what is Joel Cross's 200th game. Quite often you see those milestone games as upsets afoot, John, and no doubt South will be keen to come home with the win and get a win for their champion.
So both sides down a player now. Virgin injured his hamstring in that second term for Glenelg. LeBoyce coming off. He's not on the stretcher. He's up in the trainer's arms, but doesn't look like he'll take any further part. We'll wait and see on that, but he leaves the field in the arms of the trainers.
And the ball in the meantime is in the defensive goal square at the southern end for the Tigers, and it's in the hands of co-captain Max Proud. Played some college footy with Sacred Heart, and his dad Tony played 1 game for West Adelaide. Mentioned earlier his grandpa Bob played the 36 games for North. As the kick out from Proud, looking for Reynolds, couldn't take it. Snook at the ground level, gets a hand pass out. Reynolds with questionable disposal, but in the end just muscles his way out. Kicks to half forward, and Ramsey has been playing in defence lately, hasn't been impressive today. Will take the intercept mark. Inside 50 again, go North Adelaide. Good body work there from Young, but the spoil was good from the Tigers' defence, and over the line it goes. Sam Durden just getting on the lip a little bit there to Louis Hender. He knows that he can get in the head of Louis, and his confidence sometimes can be affected. He's now having a chat to umpire David Soberage, saying, I think you look good in green today, David. As the ball thrown back into play, Hanneth taken in a tackle immediately. He took the ball out of the air, but as we know and as we said earlier, not a free kick in the SANFL. Umpire Lewis will throw the footy back aloft. A chance here for the Roosters to get one late. Martini with a scramble kick. Didn't go the required distance. Now Campbell-Coombe, the McGarry medalist, swoops on it, kicks towards goal, and chopped off nicely again by Proud. His dangerous kick, the sliding Martini couldn't take it. It bobbles up out of the contest and goes over the boundary line. So right forward pocket down there at the primary school or southern end. The ball will be tossed back into play. It is the Tigers, the home side, leading by 24 points. 10-6, 66. North 6-6, 42.
So Harvey in front position, won it down. Moore to Hender, snaps it back well across the face though. Touched off the boot, out of play, throw in. So just one goal there for the Roosters brings the margin back to 18 points, gives them a bit of a spark as we're heading towards three-quarter time. Harvey wins this one down. Campbell-Coombe got it up to his brother Will. He's kicked one already. He won't get a second with that effort. Out of play on the full. Proud to take the relieving free kick for Glenelg. So Max Proud from the left back pocket brings it out here towards half back. Pack flies off hands. Pink there. Yates at ground level. Will Coombe sees it over for a boundary throw-in.
Just got my eyes down at the north bench, John, and Kim LeBoy's laying on his back, getting the knee movement test from the North Adelaide doctors, and I said it looked pretty bad. Straight away I thought maybe he's done his ACL, but it might not be as bad as first thought, and he's just getting the strapping put back on it.
As Brett Turner got the kick away from the clearance, went as far as Smith. His kick ricocheted off a couple, ended up with Campbell-Coombe, gave to Will Coombe. Minavini now puts it out in front of Alan Young. He goes to ground. Agnew tackles him front on. And the umpire comes charging in and says we'll ball this one up. About 30 out from North Adelaide's goal. Ramsey won it down. Campbell-Coombe up high. Turner, little handball out. Good tackling there from Glenelg, holding the ball in. And there'll be a ball up. 25 out from North's goal. Glenelg by 4 goals.
So the ball thrown up in a dangerous area for the Tigers' defence. Hanneth with a hit out, looking for Snook. A hand pass came out. Campbell-Coombe gave it to brother Will. Then Young with a quick snap around the corner. Touched off the boot. Martini took the mark, but touched off the boot means it won't be paid. And the ball will be thrown up deep in the right forward pocket down there at the southern end. So the ruckman, Hanneth and Ramsey. Hanneth just got a fingertip on it, but Ramsey with a quick kick on goal, partially smothered, back to Young, kicks the check side, but it's going to miss everything across the face, out of bounds, last possession free. So the resulting kick will go the way of Chris Curran. The boy from Horsham, premiership captain for the Tigers in 2019 with that drought breaker. As Curran runs his full measure, he'll kick to that outer side, looking for Proud, front position, couldn't take it. Pink crumbs it well, kicks it around the corner, but mopping up quarterback style there was Alex Spina. The boy from Ross Trevor, he'll kick inside 50, looking for a target. Finlay flies, but front position, taking a great contested mark, was Max Proud. Part of that pillar of defensive strength for the Tigers. He'll switch across the goal face. It's now with Allen. He's got a teammate short and Turner. Didn't quite find him. Brett Turner now the former Blood. He'll go one way then the other. Steady himself and square it up and find Hanneth, who didn't take the mark but got a free kick for a push on Mitch Harvey. So Hanneth, the big fella. He's got Martini in board. Chooses to ignore that with a hand pass option. Just backward of centre wing broadcast side. Hanneth kicks long down the line, looking for Allen. Could have been a mark to Minavini. I think the umpire's going to pay it that way. And Allen did create a contest, but Lee Minavini, his dad Leon, played a couple of games for Norwood in the 80s. We'll chip backwards now to defensive 50 and find Mitch Clisby, the boy from West Broken Hill. And it's a 25-metre penalty against Marlon Motlop for encroaching the mark. So Clisby, he's got Minavini short and he'll go in that direction. The young boy from Gazer, he'll go short again now. So North just playing some keepings off. It's with Ullman. He'll look to switch to that outer side. He's got a player in space there in Wig. Takes the mark with some closing pressure from Gibson Turner. The kick there from Wig was good. He'll find Tanner Smith. He can run his full measure. Kick towards goal from just outside 50. Smith, the defender, kicks a long goal and gets the Roosters' 7th. They go to 7-7-48. Glenelg 10-6-66.
Just stay inside. How close is too close? Stay 10 metres away from downed power lines. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
A rare goal from the former Freo player, John. Came to the club actually as a forward. Only spent one season playing it, switched into defence, and he kicked a really important goal for the North Adelaide team.
Did indeed. Brings that margin back to 18 points. He becomes the 7th single goal scorer for North Adelaide this afternoon. As Harvey and Hanneth crash into each other. Harvey wins it down. Hanneth wrapped up by Moore. And there it will stay. Umpire to throw this one up. The wrestling going on. Harvey and Hanneth. Harvey wins it down. Brett Turner breaks away for the Bays. Well smothered though by Wigg. Turner got it out to Curran. Now Partington hooks it back. Allen. Minervini spoiled him illegally. And Allen almost took the mark anyway, such as his strong hands. Will take the free for Glenelg. Long kick. Drives them to the cusp of 50. McBean couldn't quite complete it, or has he been paid? He has.
Free kick for over the shoulder, John.
Over the shoulder. Umpire Bowen came racing in. Arm over the shoulder so McBean can line up for his 4th and put that margin back out to 4 goals.
And just quietly, he wouldn't have liked the fact that his direct opponent, Tanner Smith, just kicked a goal on him. So he'll be very satisfied if he can answer one back immediately.
Big kick for McBean. Closing in on 3/4 time. He lines up for number 4. Distance won't trouble him. It's a matter of getting it online, which you think he should do. From just outside 50, starts it right, brings it back brilliantly. Does Big McBean. 4 goals for him. And the Bays back out to a 4-goal lead, and they're just doing enough to stay ahead of the Roosters at the moment.
Yeah, great answering goal. North Adelaide got it back to that 3-goal deficit, but no better way to obviously get one on the counter-attack. And Liam McBean, John, one of the best exponents of kicking for goal, and there's a reason why he's won at Ken Farmer, and he's on track to win a second. Yeah,
looking very good, always dangerous. Hasn't got a lot of the footy today, but what he has got, he's made the most of. And Glenelg is back in the middle now, in the box seat with 1/4 to go.
So umpire Giles Lewis holds the footy up, ready to bounce it down. AFL listed umpire, as I said earlier, made his debut earlier in the year. Beautiful bounce in the hard cricket wicket area. Hit out came from Harvey, but the clearance is going to go the way of the Tigers through Partington. He'll kick to half forward. Motlop surely being held on to. Mitch Clisby not happy, but it was a free kick every day of the week. Motlop goes inside 50. Gibson Turner probably should have left it there for Reynolds. He'll kick around the corner, put it to the hot spot. McBean with a spoil. McBean with a crumb. McBean with a dribble! And hits the post. That would have been a sensational goal, John Nankiville, but a behind nonetheless. And it is the Tigers 11-7-73. North 7-6-48.
So Spina to bring it back in for the Roosters. McBean almost something magical there. And Spina runs into the right back pocket, drives it towards the pack at half back, and a lovely mark. Curran G's got a good pair of hands. The skipper of the Bays, he wants to get things going and does immediately. Reynolds lurking, McBean there as well. But the siren beats them all. And it is a 25-point lead to the Bays with 1/4 to go. And Phil Aspinall has your goal kickers.
For the Tigers, McBean the star with 4. 2 then to Marlon Motlop. Singles in budget order to Luke Reynolds, Matt Allen, Toby Pink, Jack Yates and Gibson Turner. Well, as John mentioned in the call area earlier, 7 individual goal kickers for the Roosters. Tanner Smith, Jared Allmond, Kim LeBoys, Lewis Hender, Will Coombe, Lee Minervini and Kane Merkovic. It was the Roosters by 7 at 1/4 time. The Tigers not currently playing at the moment. Again, a good win to the Roosters reserves, won by 2 points rather, with a Harrison Magor kick after the final siren. Down at Noarlunga, it's the game 4 minutes ahead of us, and Norwood have got out to a 5-point lead. South have just kicked a goal and they're back in the contest. As Again, still just waiting for this final term to get underway. David Soberage, the umpire, who I think's going to hold the footy aloft very shortly. So 1/4 of footy left in the round 10 clash here at the Bay, and John Nankerville will be your first caller to get us underway.
Bays by 25 points. North need the first couple. There's Smith in the ruck, but it's the Bays off half back through Lant to Snook. Got it back there to Partington. Umpire's whistle is gone. Free kick to Snook. Been his usual unobtrusive self today. Just picked up touches. This will be his 25th as he comes towards the members' wing. Knocked down there by Reynolds, caught behind. Ball goes out of play.
Yeah, he's had a great couple of seasons, hasn't he, John? I mean, he was the runner-up in the Magarey Medal, and if you looked at his season 3 or 4 years ago, he was struggling in the reserves. He's had a great turnaround in form and is one of the ultimate midfielders in the comp.
It's the boundary umpire, a picture of concentration. Brings it back into play. Hanneth rolled down his arm, taken by Moore. Tackled as he kicked it, dribbled towards the line, and over it goes for the boundary throw-in. Crowd in fine voice. A bit shell-shocked early. Roosters leading at one stage by much as 13 points. 7 points are up at quarter time as Moore's kick inside 50, and Curran, who's been excellent today, safely pouches that one for the Tigers. He brings them back towards half-back. Hanneth, good grab by Hanneth. No, didn't quite bring it down. Leaves the door open for Moore. Puts the Roosters back inside 50. Harvey tacked it along to Ramsey. He tapped it as far as Lant. Bradley, good driving in heavy traffic, finds Snook. And he chips up to defence of 50, though. Flat-footed there was Partington. Robbie Young made a contest of it at ground level. Bradley wrapped up, got it out. Ball still in dispute. Now a chance for North through Campbell Coombe. He spots his brother Will all on his own inside 50. And Will can line up. He kicked the first goal after half-time. He can now line up to kick this first goal of this final term.
And we've seen it in many seasons gone by, John. Brothers just have a combination of being able to find each other well. We see it with the Schiller brothers at Central at the moment. Of course, the Gowans boys in years gone by. But Campbell and Will often combine, and more importantly now, Will lining up for the first goal of this final term.
The margin back to 19 points. He goes out left, brings it back, kicks it very nicely. Will Coombe, he has his second for the day, both in this second half. Margin back to 19 points. Perfect start in the last term from North.
Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
Back in the middle, 19 points the lead to the Tigers. Will Coombe becomes the first multiple goal scorer for the Roosters.
Yeah, and kicks an important first goal in this final term. Had 3 goals last week, did the former Prince Alfred College player. 11 disposals, 2 marks and 3 goals in the Roosters' win over the Crows as we're back underway. Next goal, very important in the context of this contest, as the hand pass came out to Brett Turner, evaded one way, then the hand pass went astray looking for Partington. Didn't get the favour with the bounce. Coming out of defence now with the Roosters through Spina. His hand pass, or his kick rather, went astray. And a chance now for the Tigers. Matt Snook was chased down beautifully in a tackle. Beautiful work from Robbie Young. Playing advantage going the way of North through Spina. The captain will drive them inside 50. Big Harvey dives. Big Harvey marks. And a bit of momentum now to start this final term for North Adelaide. And errors there cost the Tigers, John, coming off half-back, and a chance now for the Roosters to go back-to-back goals.
It's a very good start for the Roosters. We've got 4 minutes in this final quarter, and Harvey will line up for his first for the day. He brings that margin back to just 13 points, couple of goals.
Normally a pretty good kick for goal. He's 35 out, directly in front. Big Mitch Harvey sprayed it to the left. Should have done better than that. Did win a leading goal kicking award when he was with the Magpies as a power rookie, but he's behind. Could prove costly. As North Adelaide go to 8-7-55, they trail Glenelg 11-7-73.
Even 3 goals as Lant runs into the right back pocket. Brings it back towards half back off the hands of Finlay, the former Docker. Smith Bangs it back inside 50. Curran had his name all over it. Didn't quite complete the mark. Martini had it wrapped up in the tackle. Glenelg fans were clapping the mark, I think, for Curran, but the umpire didn't pay it.
2 missed decisions for the umpire from mine, John. The mark should have been paid unless it was touched off the boot, but almost verged on a dangerous tackle with the North player being slung to ground.
There's one down by Harvey. Moore got the handball out. And the ball held in there by Campbell Coombe.
Right on cue, as I mentioned, the umpires. Footy manager Paul Sandico from Glenelg just venting his frustration out of the box.
I should have said g'day. I didn't recognise him, all puffed up and angry. As away comes Brett Turner towards the wing.
Oh.
Knocked down by McBean, and in the process, poor old Allman got run through. Boundary throw in. Gee, he's got courage, Allman. If North do get up to date, the doubts are there. They trail by 3 goals. He will be one of the main reasons they do.
Yeah, he's a great player, Jared Allman. 2-time premiership player at 2 different clubs. As the ball thrown in, Tanner Smith doing the ruck work for the Roosters. It comes back out in the Campbell Coombe direction. He'll kick off the left boot, and getting back there and taking a nice sliding mark is Brodie Newman. So Newman, first time I've seen him live. Impressive, as John said, from Wanderers. Would have played with Werribee in the VFL last year, but of course COVID put a stop to that. So he'll kick down the line, looking for a contest. It comes out the back in the Gibson-Turner direction. Then he takes Tanner Smith in a tackle, spills out in the aforementioned Allman direction. Hand pass trying to keep it into play came from Andrew Moore. That goes over the boundary line. Still 5 points the difference down there at Noarlunga. Norwood over the Panthers. Here at ACH Group Stadium, it's 18 points the difference in favour of the home side over North Adelaide. Glenelg versus the Roosters. The Campbell Coombe kick, high up and under, didn't go the required distance. Well done by Ping. Threads a hand pass out to Snook. He'll burn a pass inside 50. Crumbing there, Gibson-Turner gives a hand pass out to Motlop. Off the non-preferred left, kicks around the corner, needs it to bend back and misses to the left. So Motlop with a behind. They go to 11 goals, 874 the Tigers. North Adelaide, 8-7-55. 7 minutes gone, final term.
Might be a valuable point, though, for Motlop in the scheme of things.
Yep.
Now it means 4 goals North Adelaide have to kick to take the lead. Long kick inside 50. Knocked down. Aaron Young dispossessed by Martini. Ball at ground level now. Umpire watching things. It comes out to Ramsey. Campbell Coombe dragged off it. Ramsey handball to him. Campbell Coombe had his back to things. Snook got it to Brett Turner. Now Edwards to put the bays inside 50. Good mark, McBean. He's been dangerous in this second half. Kicked 1 in the first. He now has 4, lining up for number 5. 7.5 gone in this final quarter. And this could be the first nail in the Roosters' coffin.
Yeah, what was impressive there from McBean was his ability just to know the drop zone of the ball. He just held out his direct opponent in Cam Craig, one of the best defenders in the comp. And the ball was a low, shallow kick from Jackson Edwards. McBean slid in and took the mark, and lining up, John, as I like to say, for a handful in the SANFL.
So Liam McBean did some work in the broadcast box a few weeks ago. And our colleague Adrian Pickles. And now out on the field, lining up for his 5th. And he's got it. A handful in the SANFL. North Adelaide trail the Tigers by 25 points. And McBean has 5.
With a SANFL digital pass. Get yours at sanfldigitalpass.com.au.
Yeah, that could be a bit difficult now for the Roosters to bridge that gap. The Tigers get an answering goal to McBean, and as John said, he's got his 5th. But Glenelg certainly, John, have played the better footy today for mine.
They have, but you know, you look at McBean as he kicked a goal in that first quarter, 4 since half time, and only the 8 touches, 5-2 for the game. He's been so crucial.
Yeah, value for money from McBean as ball back in the middle. Merkovic there for the Roosters, and coming there with a clearing kick of sorts was Partington. Follows up with some good scrambling effort, but coming through Campbell Coombe, kicks North inside 50. Spoil came out the back from Hilda, but mopping up there at the front was the Tigers player in Newman. He'll kick outside of defensive 50, but stepping in the hole and taking an uncontested mark was Spina. He'll chip short now and find the reigning McGarry medalist in Campbell Coombe. 3-time male medal from Crystal Brook. He goes inside 50, and Ramsey takes a strong mark on the lead. He's been playing most of this contest in the defensive half, but he's been shifted forward by Jacob Surgeon. And Keenan Ramsey, John, goes without saying, must kick this goal if North Adelaide stay in the contest.
Yep, must kick it. And if he doesn't, well, frustration for Jacob Surgeon, because this is what you pay your key forwards to do. Keenan Ramsey lining up for his first to keep North Adelaide in the game.
18 disposals and 10 marks against the Crows last week. From 40 out, Ramsey kicks through it, but the Breeze has taken it across to the left and just snuck in for a minor score. So North wasting their opportunities inside attacking 50. They go to 8-7-56 and Glenelg a 12-8-80. 8-8-56 rather.
Lant brings it back in, the trainer better get out of the way because the footy's coming his direction. Harvey took a nice mark. Little chip kick though right into the arms of Bradley. Such a fine player he's been for the Tigers. And he goes short and finds Partington. Long penetrating kick from Partington towards 50. McBean up, knocks it down. Couldn't quite take it. Yates came through to Motlop. Little handball over the top. Gibson Turner off the ground. Spear did well to get back and just pressure him. Kick goes out of play. Turner tried to touch it before it went out. And I think he did get there. Like a fielder lunging for the ball on the boundary in the cricket. And it's out of play. Throw in the result. 4-goal ball game. McBean won it down. Swars clearing kick out towards half back. But Glenelg should rebound here. Nice mark, Newman.
Got 25 as well, John.
Yeah, he looked up at the umpire and said he's moved off the mark. And the umpire said, hello, Newman, you're right. And he gives the 25 and puts him within kicking distance.
Yet to kick a goal at SANFL level, just his 4th game, the 19-year-old. Watch the teammates get around him if he slots this one through, John.
Newman from just inside 50. I tell you what. Hello, Newman. He's kicked it his first. The Tigers now out to a 30-point lead. They'll be hard to catch from here.
Let the pressure out. Push on. Come on. Mo, bring it on. Ion 4 hydration. Powerade.
Like bees to a honeypot, John, every Glenelg player out on the field got straight out to Brodie Newman and celebrated with his first goal. Kicks a very important goal, and as you said, very tough here for the Roosters to catch up from here, you would think.
4 games, first goal. Yeah, it's going to be tough from here. 12.5 gone, 4th quarter. Margin at 30 points.
5 straight goals in front for the Tigers. Back in the middle, that bounce should be recalled. Goes outside the centre circle. Down at Noarlunga. Nor would have kicked a couple of goals. Cam Shenton has got 3 now for the game, and it's out to a 10-point advantage. 17 gone in the final term. So back in the middle, Mitch Harvey won the hit out. Pink jumped early, and then a bit of aerial ping-pong again from Harvey. Down there to Coombe. In fact, it was Merkovic. Got a hand pass out. Did he know? The umpire deemed it as, I think, a dangerous tackle. Yeah, so Andrew Bradley wanted a free for holding the ball. Merkovic just dumped after he got rid of it. So the man from Port Fairy made his debut last week against the Crows. He's going to receive a free. He'll kick a worm-burning pass, and it finds Aaron Young in the cricket wicket area here at ACH Group Stadium. And remember, if you're watching on the Advertiser live stream, SANFL Digital Pass, any round, anywhere, anytime. SANFLDigitalPass.com.au for all your value for money. As Hender now against his former club. He'll bomb it inside 50, bit of hanging on from both players, and it's a free kick going the way of the Roosters. The 2 number 12s at it, Dyson Hilda for North. Sam Durden in disbelief that he's given up a free, and a chance now for the Roosters, John, to get a goal through Hilda.
Yeah, well, Hilda is a very underrated player, very versatile player. Had a shot at the other end earlier in the game, wasn't successful. He's just trying to keep North in the contest. Gone 14 minutes in this final quarter.
So Hilda, 25 out, almost directly in front. Stabs at it, but kicks it. A goal to the Roosters. Hilda gets his first. It's back to a 24-point game.
Do you stay in or get out? Remain in your vehicle until help arrives. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
So 14 and a half gone in this final term. Glenelg 13-8-86, North Adelaide 9-8-62. 24 points the deficit, as I said. Hilda kicks his first.
So still time for North if they're good enough, but it would be one of the great comebacks. As Smith in the ruck against Pink. Turner to Snook. High kick inside 50. And Cameron Craig sees it over underneath the time clock, which shows 15 minutes have elapsed in this last quarter. Glenelg happy to sort of take the pace out of the game, take the sting out of the game. McBean, who's been very good, knocked down towards Turner. Bradley wrestling there at ground level with his North Adelaide opponent. Umpire will ball this one up inside 50. Smith and McBean. Smith banged it on the boot out towards half-back. Coming through there was Lant. Off a step, Newman. Back inside 50. Off hands. Comes the way of Wilcoombe. Quick kick towards the wing. Sliding mark taken there by Ramsey opposed to Curran. Ramsey swings it round. He's got Aaron Young in the middle. Knocked down from him by Bradley. And Young will take it. Shadows starting to set across this northern end of Glenelg Oval. Lant tapped it out. Mirkovic to the voice of Minavini. He kicked the first goal of the game. They wouldn't mind one now. He's not going to get that. Well, he will actually, because Edwards almost riding him there. Minavini goes short. We get it back in the 1-2 from Coombe. Now goes back to Campbell Coombe. He's wrapped up well in the tackle. And he's holding the ball. And North lose the footy, and Pink comes up with it deep in defence.
Yeah, the Roosters blew that chance there. Minavini went short. It was only about 8 metres with the pass, so the umpire rightfully called play on, as the kick out from Pink has been intercepted nicely from Hewitt, former power rookie, as John said earlier in the call. Boy from Broughton Mundura. He's chipped short and he's found a player out there in Tanner Smith. Just the 4 AFL games with the Dockers. Shields the sun from his eyes, and he'll chip short now and find Spina. Spent a season with the Adelaide Crows as a rookie. Played his junior footy with Gazer. He'll kick now inside 50. North need a mark in there. Spoil comes out the back. Going to ground there was Agnew. Dives on the footy. He's wrapped up by his opponent there in Hilda. 20 metres out from the Roosters' goal. They'll have a ball up. 17 and a half gone in this final term. Ball at the northern end, or Jetty Road end. Partington had it go through his fingers. And Stacks on the mill will see yet another ball up. Veteran SANFL umpire David Soberaj crossing his arms, calling for the footy. So take 2 from the same spot. Just about to tick into the 18-minute mark. Glenelg 13-8-86, North 9-8-62. Snap towards goal. I think it might be a goal to the Roosters. We'll pick up the player. And they're all getting around Mitch Harvey. I reckon it was a goal to Harvey, but the Roosters get one back.
Just stay inside, mate. How close is too close? Stay 10 metres away from downed power lines. You'll be shocked by what you don't know.
Back in the middle after that goal to North Adelaide. And they're just hanging in the contest at the moment. Was Harvey with the goal for the Roosters. We got confirmation of that. One of those, as Phil Aspinall called it, spun out the pack. Margin to 18 points. 18 and a half gone, fourth quarter. Still time for North, but the Bay's relentless through Snook inside 50. McBean under pressure, couldn't take it. Motlop off hands. Motlop nails the sealer for the Tigers. He's kicked 3 this afternoon. And at the 19-minute mark of the final quarter, he's got the Tigers home for mine.
Yeah, if there was ever a chance North were going to get back in this contest on the back of the Mitch Harvey goal, Motlop's just snuffed that chance, John. It was an opportunist goal. The free kick advantage was paid after a holding the ball decision against the Roosters, and ever the opportunist. He's kicked 3 goals, 3 today, but Motlop certainly finished off strongly.
So Motlop with 3 goals, about to tick into time on in this last quarter. Roosters have been gallant, but Tigers have finished better, and they're going to win their 10th straight.
So Hanneth up against Smith. The aforementioned Smith won the hit out. Burst through the fingers there of Campbell Coombe. Snook gets a hand pass out. Hanneth tries the don't argue. Does farm out a hand pass of sorts. Snook just down behind play, still clutching at the nose. Might have got a whack across the nostrils. There's ball up. You see Campbell Coombe with a deft little boot to ball. Comes out in the Bradley direction. Wrapped up immediately in a tackle there was Curran. He's going to be pinged holding the ball. So he spun a 360. Didn't get rid of it. So North will need a goal from this forward foray if they are to stay in the contest. But you think time will be the enemy, as it is with Will Coombe. Received it there from Ullman. Will Coombe swings around on the right boot inside 50. Hilda couldn't take it. Good defensive spoil there from Newman. Glenelg will clear momentarily. Spina takes the mark, runs his full measure, kicks from 55, splays towards goal and misses to the right. So 10-9-69 North Adelaide. Glenelg 14-8-92 in this final term. We've travelled 20 and a half minutes.
Lant to bring the footy back into play for the Tigers. As Phil told, we ticked the time on in this last quarter. Lance long kick out towards Members wing. Smith, didn't quite take it. Got it from Craig though. And then Smith dishes off to Spina. Quick kick to Hufford. Robbie Young couldn't quite bring it down. Martini wrestling there. Picked up by Hender. He'll probably kick this. No, across the face of goal. Bouncing footy. Curran there. Disciplined as always. Thumps it over the line for a rushed behind. So that score, it's the Tigers 14-8-92. North 10-10-70. 22 points the margin in favour of the Bays.
You mentioned Dylan Lant there, John. He might be a player that comes under consideration for the Digital Pass 3-2-1 player of the game votes that we'll get from yourself post-game. But amazingly, he emailed the club in the off-season asking if he could come and try out. So he's probably been one of the best recruits this year, as the Tigers will the Roosters go inside 50. A chance for Young, dispossessed in a good tackle from the Tigers player in Agnew. Snook on hands and knees, gets a hand pass out, and now some dash from half-back. Partington through the middle of ACH Group Stadium, takes a bounce, then a second, tries to break through the would-be tackler, eventually does. He'll kick inside 50, spot up Yates, unopposed, and Jack Yates can mark 40 out directly in front. And he had a teammate Reynolds in some space over the top, but now he just needs to go back and calmly slot through a goal. It would be his second, and a sign of strength from the Tigers, John. They've just been too good today.
Similar spot to where he kicked his first goal, actually, in the second term, Yates. He kicked it from probably about 50 out with the set shot as the Bays were surging. It'd be nice for him to ice the game with another one from him. A quiet player in terms of goes about his football quiet. Hasn't been quiet today. It's a good day, but unobtrusive sort is the word I'm looking for. Well
said, as Yates will step inside the arc of 50, kick towards goal and spray it to the right. So 1-1 now on the day for Jack Yates. Glenelg 14-9-93. 23 points in front of the Roosters, 10-10-70. And we've gone 23 minutes in this final term.
As Ormond launches long towards half-back. Knocked back inside 50 for the Tigers. Bradley was good. Hooks it round. He's got Bailey running back, screaming for it. And Darcy Bailey. Very nice little grab, if you don't mind, from Darcy. Watched that footy all the way into his hands. Flew high at the last minute. And has pouched the mark 25 out straight in front. Just looking at his day. Bailey has had a quieter one. This will be only his fourth touch.
I was thinking he's had a pretty quiet day by his standards. He's had a breakout season this year, but can line up and kick a sealer for the Tigers.
So Darcy Bailey, fourth touch, lining up for his first goal. He kicks it, Bailey. First for the afternoon for him. It is the 15th for the Tigers. They go to 15-9, 99, North 10-10-70. 29 points is now the lead. 24 gone final quarter. And Bailey joins the Tigers goal-kicking list.
Yeah, becomes their 9th goal kicker on the day. And similar results going to be, John, to the last time these two sides met in round 5, where Glenelg got up by 31 points at Prospect, 15-10-100, North 10-9-69. But Darcy Bailey, he would have had his partner Ellen Tominski, who played in the women's premiership team a couple of weeks ago. The girls were the guard of honour for the boys to run out. So Glenelg are taking all before them in the SANFL, and the men and the women, John. As we're back underway in the middle. Hand pass came out from Young. Now to Schwarz, who's had a quiet day. Just went to kick the footy but dropped it. Turner now with the tackle, gets a hand pass out. Comes in the Motlop direction. Now to Allen. Off now to Reynolds. Just needs it to sit on his non-preferred right. Will kick looking for Gibson Turner, who slides in and takes it, but then he was wrapped up by Minavini, and the umpire's going to pay a throw. So the Glenelg fans won't be happy, but no need to carry on against the umpire because you've won this. You're going to win this contest, but shows they're pretty faithful, the Bays fans, John.
Oh, well, why not? Have a bit of a yell and a scream. It's all good fun as the Roosters working it around inside their defensive 50. It's with young Finlay, a former state under-18 player. Goes towards the outer wing, looking there for Hewitt. Offhands, Edwards got the handball back. Bailey with a possession of sorts. Hewitt to Wig. And now Spina to half forward, where a good mark taken here by Tanner Smith. In the shadows of this contest, North Adelaide looking to put some respect on the board. They fought hard. Knocked down into open space back here. Everyone running back. Getting there first was Mirkovic, and I think Mirkovic has kicked his second. He has. 2 goals to the lad from Port Fairy. Does put a little bit of respect on that scoreboard as North Adelaide bring the margin back to 23 points. 25 and a half minutes gone in this final quarter.
Yeah, 2 goals to Mirkovic. Hasn't been the Roosters' worst player and had 17 disposals, 5 marks on debut last week. As we've said a few times in the call from Port Fairy, was a best on ground representative in the 2019 Hampden League. So a good recruit here for the Roosters. Featured in the reserves best players pretty much every week so far this season. So has finally forced his way into the league team. It's too little too late for North Adelaide though. 11-10-76, Glenelg 15-9-99, back underway. Clearance will again go the way of North Adelaide through Schwarz. Just got boot to ball, didn't quite make his teammate there with a hand pass over the top. Was good from Harvey. Back to Schwarz, dispossessed in a tackle. Will Coombe comes in to lend support. Hand pass from Schwarz went astray. A throw maybe from Young, and the Roosters have it now at centre wing outer side.
So North Adelaide through Young, go inside 50, high kick from Will Coombe, gets it back here towards Minavini. Minavini goes short, Hender takes the mark, and Louis can line up for his second of the afternoon. One in the first, hoping to get one in this final term and bring the margin back to 17 points. Hasn't been his greatest day against his former club, Louis Henry's had his opportunities, had his moments, but
1 goal 3, John, for Louis.
Hasn't dominated the way we know he can. He gets his second though. So 2 to Hender, and that margin is brought back to 17 points now in favour of the Tigers. And North just putting that respect back on the scoreboard. But having said that, they get another one, and all of a sudden it's game on. Everyone's up out of their seats screaming.
Yeah, well, Hender's had 5 shots on goal today. At times he can be a little inaccurate in front of goal, and he is a bit of a barometer, as we said pre-game, John, and just hasn't had the kicking boots on today. So Glenelg will record their 10th consecutive win, just for the second time. 1981 they last did it. And as we said pre-game, went on to lose the grand final to Port Adelaide. As the Tigers will go forward with a clearance. Well done there by Brett Turner. Gives it off now to Motlop. He's kicked 3 goals himself this afternoon. Inside 50 go the Tigers. Body work good from McBean. Spills out the back. Gibson Turner tried to tap it to an advantage of a teammate, but North do well defensively. Chalmers chips short for the Roosters, and he finds a teammate in Wig. And Chalmers played 42 games for the Tigers. The kick from the Roosters has gone astray. And as one of our former colleagues, Phil Herden, likes to say, in the tea saucer here at Glenelg. Inside 50 go the Tigers. It should be a free or a mark. Liam McBean was nudged underneath the footy, but it fell into the lap there of Luke Reynolds. And I suppose luck's a fortune, but you make your own luck. And in the end, the Tigers lining up for goal, John.
Yeah, Luke Reynolds will just be his 7th touch for the day. He's kicked 1 already. He was involved in that run of play in the middle part of the second quarter when the Tigers got back into this contest and took the lead. He'll line up for goal number 2.
13 disposals and 2 goals last week. Reynolds, the boy from Taparoo, a good-looking kick, straight as a die. The Tigers get their 16th. Reynolds gets his second, 16-9-105. North Adelaide 12-10-82. 29 gone in this final term, and it has been a pretty comfortable performance from the Tigers, bar maybe the first quarter, John.
Well, North have kept fighting, and the Tigers have just gone about what they probably apart from that first quarter, the way they play their game, they know what they've got to do. That's why they're top of the table, staring their 10th straight win in the face. And in the end, probably a margin, probably summed up about where they're at, around about this 4 goals in terms of this contest.
Full time down at Flinders University Stadium, and the Redlegs have spoiled the party of Joel Cross and the Panthers. Norwood 11-9-75, South 9-12-66. So, John, the Redlegs keeping their top 5 hopes alive.
Well, I'm torn. I'm happy for the Redlegs, but I'm sorry for Joel Cross, such a lovely fellow, but well done to Norwood.
I'll pass on the apologies. He's commentating with me next week at Albert and joining us on the digital pass.
Yeah, good to have him in the commentary box as Snook shovels out a handball, possession number 34. Brett Turner does well for the Tigers, bangs it on the boot. We've ticked past 30 minutes in this final quarter as Glenelg go inside 50 in that forward pocket, just around 60 metres out from goal where Reynolds has been awarded the free. His kick inside 50, Moore knocked it down, little give came out. Aaron Young to Moore, and tight on the line, clash of bodies. Umpire's whistle going. And the North Adelaide player on his haunches there.
Yeah, Alex Spina, I think. Caught one around the head.
As the Roosters with the resultant free kick go towards half-back where Swarves takes the mark. To Hender, little dish off to Aaron Young. And there's the siren. Proud marks it on the siren. And that is it here at the Bay. Glenelg make it 10 straight to start the season. The first time they've done it in 40 years since 1981. Glenelg 16-9-105. North 12-10-82. The final margin. And Phil Aspinall has your goal scorers. 5 to Liam McBean, a handful in the SANFL for the star full forward, 3 to Marlon Motlop, then 2 to Luke Reynolds. Singles apiece in budget order to Darcy Bailey, Brodie Newman, Matthew Allen, Toby Pink, Jack Yates and Gibson Turner. While for the Roosters, they're